You know, in a multiverse, I am bragging about how smart I was about the picks that I made over the weekend. Telling Roka to eat it. But unfortunately, I can't do that. He's going to rightfully be able to brag. I'm just going to have to sit here and take it. Ronda Rousey annihilates Gina Carano in like 17 seconds. What does that mean? We'll talk about that. We'll discuss that. The box office. Michael jumps back to number 1. Hayden Christensen. It's going to be in Star Wars way more than just Ahsoka, apparently. And Lanterns has a new trailer. So we got stuff to talk about here today on the show. So make sure you click like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Let's get into it. Here is the show for Monday. Me and John Roca. Let's do it.
Did you shit in there?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show here on this Monday. Look, the reason why I wanted to make sure that we led with this topic today, it's not necessarily movie related, but I know, and everybody, including Roca, has let me know how wrong I was about Saturday. Although I'll tell you who the classiest person about how they did it and let it know was actually Roca. There he is. So you're allowed to dance. You're allowed to dance.
Only for 17 seconds.
No, I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's good. It's what's funny is that there were 2 people that texted me right away when it happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess who they were?
Me and Winston.
No. Winston was soon after this second person.
Yeah, Winston tried to take credit for it.
Winston was doing things that I wasn't happy with at first. So he forgets that I have a child and that I wasn't watching live at first. So he's like, how about that first fight knockout? I'm like, stop it. Don't do that unless you know somebody is absolutely watching.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And I said, you better not be talking about the main event. He's like, no. I go, don't do that.
Oh, dear.
So but then I was able to catch up and I was indeed watching it live. And I go back and forth. Matt Serra immediately.
Oh, okay.
Matt Serra immediately was like, what'd I tell you? And I'm like, this is like the 4th time I've gone against him, and he's been right every time.
It's almost like he works in this business. It's
almost like he knows
jiu-jitsu once.
It's almost like he knows jiu-jitsu. But look, she didn't even have. We're talking about Gina Carano and Rousey, and I was 1,000% wrong. I got to eat it. It's like it wasn't like one of these things where I could say, oh look, the judges. It's not one of these things where I could say, oh look, Ronda took a couple shots and they went toe to toe. She didn't have a chance to prove any theory that I had. There was no chance. Ronda did not give her the chance. And normally, and I'll tell you, I think that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was garbage. It was about as fake.
Oh, yeah.
I do not believe that is the case with this. I know I saw people saying that, like, oh, Gina just tapped on it. Ronda Rousey had no intention of getting hit in the face. She had no intention of doing it. She's gonna and after she ended it, first of all, Gina was and what I realized going through what I was so wrong about is I really took for granted, and you'd said this, I took for granted how long that 19-year layoff really was. And the game has changed dramatically. She was not prepared for that takedown. That was it. That takedown was, she was looking, she thought Ronda was going to like strike with her. And she looked like she was in a car accident when she got hit with that takedown.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you saw her prepping for it, right? And if you watch the documentary, which you appear in a couple times, like you see that she knew that Ronda was going to come out. Their game plan was to survive the first few seconds or minutes of Ronda coming out, trying to do the shoots and take her down and stuff. And so that's a smart philosophy. And it's very good to go into a match with Ronda. Like Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield always, when he beat him, he was like, I'm going to withstand the first few minutes of flurry, because Tyson's always trying to knock you out in the first few minutes. Once you withstand that, you can establish a game plan. The problem is no one in training can mirror what Ronda does. None of her trainers, no one, because Ronda is a cut above. Now, is she Amanda Nunes level? No, Amanda's a Volpat, but Ronda is a certain level, and no one in her training can simulate Ronda to the point where she could handle it. And you saw that. right off the bat.
The takedown was that was it. That was it. And like and then the second she had her on the ground, when that takedown happened, I was like, this is it's over. Like the second that takedown, I thought Gina was going to be bigger, and she was actually 2 pounds lighter than Ronda, but I thought she was going to be bigger. And what I knew, I started to get nervous when I saw them staring next to her. I mean, she's not as much bigger than Ronda as I thought she was. I thought the sprawl was going to happen. I thought that, and so and then someone said. There was a few things people said. There were a few things people said. I was like, yeah, you should say that to me. Someone said, I'll never listen to Kristian's fight advice ever again. I said, that's fair. You can't, you're only as good as your last prediction. And I said,
I guess. Yeah.
And so when people were, those types of things, and then there were other people who were, just imbeciles. I was going back and forth. There's this, because on my other channel, I was on News Nation and I talked about this one guy. He's a debunker. I said I wasn't a fan, and he responded back, and everybody. And I'm like, I'm not responding to this. And there's this one reporter from New York. His name's like I call him Green Beef, and he does beef with people. I go Green Beef, and he's like, and he's writing back, and I literally, and I felt like you and Kalinowski. Because I responded at first and I wrote green beef with an exclamation point, and I wrote, you're the best Saturday Night Live character on the damn internet. I was like, thank God you responded, you imbecile. And then I was like, stop it. I took it off. I got rid of it right away, but fucking green beef.
First of all, okay, go ahead. Finish it.
No, but I was just going to say, but I was going to say, so meaning to clarify before you clarify, meaning that you're just someone that if someone says something to you on Twitter, you're not going to hesitate to go right back after them. Is more so what I mean. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I deleted it and I was all that stuff. But then a couple of people were saying things about, there was one guy who wrote something about, being wrong, but it was the way that he wrote it. And I said, I was wrong. Fuck face. What do you want me to do? That's all I can do. That's all, literally it's all I was wrong. You've never been wrong about a sports prediction. You've been wrong about that's the price you pay when you're on the air every day. And on the documentary calling for a first round knockout. Right. I was wrong. I was terribly mistaken. I thought she was going to put up more of a fight than she did, and she didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. People are saying it's staged. It wasn't staged. As you said, like her 17-year layoff, which was 17 years. It's too long. And she was, listen, let's be honest. Let's tell the truth. As I said before, she was never at the level of Ronda. She was at the beginning when these ladies were first getting into MMA fighting, and nothing against those ladies, but they weren't the quality that came when Ronda came through. And then after Ronda came through, the quality elevated to man.
Not as far as but not as far as an overall MMA fighter. Like you put a striking together, she blows her out of the water. But overall fighter, you're right.
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. This is like a quarterback in the 1940s ain't going to be able to play quarterback in 2026. It's just two different things. As things change and evolve here, you saw what happened. And look, Gina was never that strong in terms of that kind of stuff. And so eventually she got found out. Both Cyborg and Ronda tore to pieces in different ways. And so it just shows you there was always a limit to her. But to me, as much as I enjoyed being right about the situation, I wasn't gloating or anything, but it just seemed logical.
Look, most people were saying the same thing. Like most people were Matt, Sarah, were saying what was going to happen. Yeah. And it happened. I mean, it was the right prediction to make in the resume of Ronda Rousey. I just didn't think mentally that I thought she was going to be a little more scared of Gina. She was not. She went right after that double. And it was also telling where when she won, this is where people say, oh, it was staged because they were happy the whole time. And it wasn't. They had at the very end of it, she said, I'm just glad this is over, because I think Ronda had no intention of getting punched in the face, and she didn't want to hurt Gina. She just wanted to get her, tap her out, go home, collect $2 million, and look,
babies.
Yes,
as you said.
Gina said it though, and she was right. They should have matched her up with a striker, because that's a different fight. But they didn't. They matched her up with an overall better, as you said, MMA fighter on the ground. And she was not prepared for it, I think, as much as she wanted to. She looked loose, she looked good, but she just wasn't prepared for Ronda Rousey.
I think there was too much. Like, there's just too much. Losing 100 pounds is a lot to your body. You and I both lost weight recently, and it's just like it changes your body, how you deal with stuff. And so, but if you don't warm up to facing someone like Ronda by having some preliminary fights to see how your body moves and reacts with this lesser weight, especially if you haven't done it in 17 years.
Right.
I think you're just asking too much of yourself to go to Toto. So who's only been out of the game for 9 years, but always her judo skills are always going to be available to her.
Yeah.
Whereas the striking and stuff, like what Gina has, that ages over time. That judo is something you can do until you're a grandpa or grandma. But with the striking, that's all about timing and speed. And as you get older, those things decrease. And I think that's the situation there. And by the way, Gina's fooling herself. Nobody would have watched at this level if she had taken on another striker with not that well of a name. You know,
well, I don't think she was saying that people would have watched. I think she just said
the question becomes
no. She was just talking about more so if for her to have a better chance is what she was talking about.
Right. Well, the thing is now, Kristian, is moving past the fight. Like you and I have spoken about this.
Yeah,
I don't think this helps either of them in any way, shape, or form now post the fight. If people aren't already done talking about it on Monday. Right. But this doesn't help Gina go get cast and stuff. This doesn't help Ronda become the face of this organization. It was a mistake overall, I think, to think that this would lead to something big if the fight was over quick, you know?
So I'm 50-50 with that. I'm 50-50 with that because I do think, and there was something that the guy from what the hell was in the organization MVP?
MVP.
And what I mean, look, Jake Paul in that freaking King's Boot. What the fuck is he doing? Anyway, so the MVP aspect of it, when the guy was out there talking about Ronda Rousey, he's like, look, they asked him about how they want if she would be continuing on fighting if she won.
Right.
And he's like, look, I'm gonna have conversations with her, but like if anything, at the promoting level, I think Ronda Rousey sold this the most, more so than Gina did.
100%.
100%. So if she won, and she's passionate about MMA, and she seems to be kind of an ambassador who started talking to Rampage, she could have a place in MVP and be the face of it if she if she wanted to. She really could. So I think that aspect of it could have helped her. I was the one saying that Gina Carano needed to put up a fight in order to be even considered for new roles or be back in the public eye. I disagree with myself because I was getting texts and things from people. Look, she's 44 years old. She got herself there. She was able to do this. She carried herself well. She's not in this spot where, you know, it's like, oh, Gina Carano, she's the worst. Get her out of here. More people are like, okay, look, she's back in the public eye. She can have two routes here. The route is that, look, I'm going to take this publicity. You got to strike while the iron is hot, and you got to try. Look, okay, Gina's back in the conversation. People like talking about Gina again. Can you get her back in the conversation? That's up to her agents to do. So it would have been way more beneficial had she won or put up a big fight. That would have been a lot easier.
Right.
But I think we're going to see her again. I think she's going to pop back up in some, whether it's Favreau or whatever it might be, or whatever. I think
she doesn't look like Cara Dune anymore. That's for sure. I mean, maybe Cara Dune's.
She was out fighting somewhere. Cara Dune was out fighting somewhere, and and she's been taking care of herself.
I mean, we'll see. Certainly, she's a very beautiful woman. There's you can never deny that. I think she's incredibly attractive. So the question becomes, okay, she's lost this weight. Certainly, Hollywood is obsessed with this new Ozempic kick, where everyone is thinner than they've ever been before. And so she's lost all this weight. She's in fighting shape. There are possibilities for her, sure. But I do think the fact that this went off for 17 seconds and people have already moved past it on Monday morning, I don't know how much that's going to help her, just come see Gina Carano in this, because she gave Ronda toe-to-toe. Yeah, she lost, but in 3 rounds, but she gave her everything she could handle. Maisha Tate lasted longer against Gina, against Ronda Rousey.
No, you're not wrong. I'm just saying
it hurts your invincibility, the aura of invincibility, I guess.
1000%. There's no doubt about that. I just wonder if people like her. She's popular, and I think that
I don't disagree with that.
I think there's a possibility that she could show up again. So anyway, I'm curious what you guys think. Put your thoughts in there. Let me know about this fight. Did you watch it? Did you dig it? Did you like it? Did you watch the rest of it? I'll tell you who should never do post interviews ever again is Ariel Helwani.
My God.
I mean, holy shit, dude.
If you think Michael Cole was a shill. for the WWE.
His post interview, I don't even care about selling the company or whatever you're doing. That's okay. I fine. That's your job to do. Okay. The questions. What's it like knocking out a man? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about the fight? What's it? Oh, you ever have a Carl's Jr. burger at 3:00 in the morning? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some of the stuff he was asking. And I get it. First round knockouts, you needed to 15-minute post interviews. Let's fucking go. Move it. Yeah. It was terrible.
But I do think the overall presentation I thought was really good for a first time out for MMA stuff for MVP. I thought it was a good presentation, but I agree with you. Ariel's questions, you need to get someone who's a little more engaged in the fight. And listen, Ariel has been doing this for a very long time. I mean, he talked about MMA when he was making no money talking about MMA. So he's earned his stripes, but you got to ask better questions. I agree with you 100%. They were so boring.
It was brutal. Anyway, so I'm trying to find this thing that I have. I think I have it. Is that it? This might be it, John.
Also, this idea that they're staged, guys, these are not two good actresses. So staging a fight is ridiculous.
No, staged, it wasn't staged. I mean, not for this one. And people are asking, how Tyson was old. Tyson, I don't care how old Tyson is. Tyson, even old, isn't going to go like this.
Yeah.
Throw that right hand. So exactly. So that to me is very, very different. So
Ngannou looked good though. Ngannou looked good.
Ngannou looked great. And the John Jones stuff, like get the guy. You're gonna have John Jones. Get him a freaking headpiece. Let him. I can hear you. I don't know what's happening. I get it. It's your first event. And I can speak that in your first event, there's things that are going to go wrong.
All these streaming services who do sports, they are not doing them well. Prime Video as well. It's really rough sometimes. Like, do you understand why we watch on the main networks?
Yeah.
Because it's better product, better audio, better quality, they have less technical issues, and they get better people to call these games. And so I think overall, the presentation was good in terms of the look, but I do think, as you said, there's issues here with trying to they got to clean up for the next one.
Well, there you go. Rousey versus Carano, the whole event. What'd you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if this works. I want to tell you about Delphi. I've told you about Delphi before, but I'm going to see if this works. Let you know about them. And if not, then you can watch a different video. All right. I've talked about Delphi before, and I want to tell you about them again. A lot of people, you throw in your comments. You have your comments in there. We're active in the comments. We ask for comments all the time. But what if you could actually make money from your comments instead of it just sitting around in the comment section? So I've talked about Delphi, and what they do is they turn debate into something real. It's an information market, which means that you don't just vote, you actually back what you believe is going to happen. So I have a market that I just created, and it's whether or not Rage Hulk is going to reappear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if you have that opinion on it, and you think either he will appear, he won't appear, he'd be Smart Hulk, he won't be in the movie at all, it's now your chance to prove it. We know he's in the movie. Hit the link in the description and jump in. So a reminder, if you haven't checked out Delphi, it's not just another poll or a comment section. It's where you can actually see what people believe based on real conviction. So my Rage Hulk Brand New Day market is live right now, and you can watch how opinions shift in real time as people just pick their side. Seriously, go to the link in the description, jump into the market, and get involved. Don't just watch, take a position. Before you go, don't forget to check out the Brand New Day Rage Hulk market that I have up there, the one I mentioned. This is your chance to actually back your opinion on whether or not Rage Hulk's going to appear in Brand New Day. Don't just have a take. Put it to the test. See if you're right. Click the link in the description right now. Jump in and make your choice. That's Delphi. Thank you to Delphi. Again, links in the description. I was going back and forth with John today because we established this new contest, and the contest essentially was who we used to do it to where, look, there's a lot of questions that come in. Whoever had the most questions wins.
Yeah.
And then we changed it up. We thought it was most fair because there were too many times where it was like John had won monetarily, and we're like, you know what, we got to switch this up. And so we switched up to last week. whoever won monetarily. So John gets the most questions last week in the first week. But monetarily, the winners were Steph and Roxy.
No.
So we mentioned that. I said the thing. There was somebody who put in a really big one. So right now, if you look, John, right now, you're probably seeing 29.
Yeah.
There's I don't know why StreamYard doesn't do this for some reason, but there's about 14 that came in. You have about right now. You have about 44.
That's amazing.
You got 44. So for people who know, again,
thank you guys.
Monetarily, if John can win the week here, we just got to get John to a big number, and then John can fight off the rest of the crew for the week. So let's see.
It's tough to beat the world girls at anything. So
I don't think they're on the
no
show
surprise.
Together. Yeah, they're not on the show together this week, though.
Yeah.
So there you
go. Someone needs to send in a $400 super
to you. I know that's what we did for them. I think that pushed them over the edge. Okay, so let's get to I was going to go to box office because we both I was going to, but we both predicted box office stuff, and I think we were both right as far as placement minus like the number 5 movie. Right. But this was just sent to me by Luke, and I think it's a story that you and I have to cover. We've been talking about King Conan, and here we go. So this one is, of course, coming over from our friends over at Collider, John. Arnold.
I remember them. Yeah.
Confirms return for the long-awaited action fantasy sequel after 42 years. It's easy to forget for many people that Arnold didn't just pop up overnight as a Terminator. In fact, the reason he became well-known was because first he was the sword-wielding barbarian who was a key figure to a big-screen fantasy filmmaking. Conan the Barbarian remains one of the most important movies in the career of the Austrian Oak. More than 40 years later, comeback's finally on the cards. Schwarzenegger has confirmed that the King Conan, the long-awaited sequel to Conan the Barbarian, the Conan Destroyer, is expected to begin filming in 2027, coming after years and years and years of development on the project, which has been discussed. And what's more is that Arnold also revealed that Mission Impossible filmmaker Christopher McQuarrie is set to direct. That's big news. That's big news. Arnold explained via the Arnold fans, that's the best ever, that the sequel wouldn't have worked immediately after the original movies because the whole point is to revisit Conan decades later when he's a different person altogether, older, wiser, and more self-reflective. Listen, the movie would not have worked after I did the first Conan because the whole idea of King Conan is that for 40 years he has been king. He is older now. He is no longer in the shape that he was in his heyday, and now people are trying to take him out. He is the king. And he gets a bit more complacent. He's tired of the job, and he wants to move on. Look at the movie by Clint Eastwood, The Unforgiven. It will be a lot like that, but with extraordinary battles. Where and when will it film? They say the project has also taken a major step forward behind the scenes. Frederick Malmberg of Conan Properties International, who's producing The King, is said a deal between Arnold and 20th Century Fox has been completed to make the sequel happen. Arnold confirmed the filming window himself, saying, next year we get to do it. So that is reality now, and I'm excited about it. For the last 10 years, I've been saying we should do King Conan, and we should get the script written, get someone who really understands. Robert E. Howard, he understands the artwork of Frank Frazetta, and to go on, to continue. I want to have John Milius, the director of Conan 1, to maybe be the producer, so it really will be fantastic. James Earl Jones. And the rest of the crew from the last one. I mean, okay. All right. So, what do you believe with this? Do you think this movie's going to happen? I know you're worried about him, but do you think it's going to happen? I think it's going to happen.
I think it seems like it's going to happen if Arnold's talking about it like this.
Yeah,
I do think his logic for why they didn't do King Conan is a bit convenient, considering that second one was not that well received. That's why they stopped doing them. And also, he didn't want to be seen as Conan. He wanted to expand as an actor and do other things. So this is some convenient retconning from Arnold. That being said, I do think this is great and exciting. McQuarrie being on board, after we heard the reports from Jeff and others that he is not being considered for Top Gun 3, makes all the sense. He's doing the Michael B. Jordan thing as well. So McQuarrie's lining up his projects. And the man's not getting any younger. So the fact that you want to put this into production, start shooting by next year, makes all the sense in the world. Like, if you're going to do it, you got to do it now.
I think your logic of him, why he said the third one didn't happen sooner than later. I think part of that is true, but to give some cadence to it.
Okay.
At the end of, I think the second one, they show him as the old. He's old.
Yeah,
he's old.
It's amazing what you can do with makeup, even in the 80s.
Right, but he's old. And so the movie is supposed to take place when he's old. So, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, I don't necessarily, I agree with you that they probably could have shot that into production 10, 15, 20 years ago and still did it. Yeah. But it works for his logic, and he wasn't the governor for nothing. He knows how to sell what's coming and why it's 100% the time that it is. So I am excited about it. I hope that it does well also because I want to see him bring out those movies. I want to see the Predator one. I want to see this stuff. I continue to want to see that stuff. So we'll see. But I like the idea that they're doing it. But I think what they need though, and this guy's going to always get brought up, but I need someone like an Alan Ritchson in this movie also.
As like a rival?
Not even necessarily a rival. Someone maybe he's like his top soldier. You know, like someone he can't be. He's tired of the job, and he's, as he says, you know, he's the king. The king ain't running around on the battlefield the whole time. King's got to have a warrior. So and that would allow you your concern to kind of go down a little bit. Yeah, where it's like, okay, well, he's gonna be running around on the battlefield fighting. No, I actually think there's more to it. Where you have the top warrior, whoever the warrior is, he's doing the majority of the lifting. But when he does fight, you're waiting for it. And he finally does. It adds more impact than to try to get old Arnold swinging a sword for 2 hours. You know?
Exactly.
So I think they're probably doing that.
It's a shame that Momoa did the remake because Momoa would be a perfect part of for this as well, especially coming off of Supergirl and Lobo. All that stuff's going to give him a lot of attention. You know, you got Batista out there. He's in the Highlander movie. You could play around with him. Even Henry Cavill. Listen, let's be real about Henry Cavill. He's doing some stuff that he's just not going to get back to that level that he was at Superman. So, I mean, they just announced that Voltron film is going streaming. He's going to be in the Highlander remake. So you could get Cavill to be in a Conan film. It could be the villain. It'd be great.
Speaking of Cavill, let's talk about one of his exes. We just talked about her. Gina Carano could be a fit for this movie.
100%. Right? 100%. Not even a question.
Because she doesn't need to talk. She just needs to fight. She just needs to fight. That's when she was building her career up. It's really all she was doing. Yeah. Deadpool 2, she's fighting. Haywire, she's fighting. Fast and Furious, she's fighting.
Even Haywire, like she doesn't talk. It's Laura San Giacomo who voices over all her lines. So, but she does act the part. And you know, she was good in Haywire, but like, you know, it should be perfect for this. I think you're 100% right.
Perfect for it. I hope they give her a shot to do it. So after that, you know, whether he does these other movies, we shall see. But I'm curious what you guys think. I've talked about Delphi. The hell happened there? Conan. You think it's gonna happen? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. We talked about Delphi already. Come on, Luke. Luke had nothing to do with that. Let's make sure you go to the Clips channel, everybody. Do that also.
Yeah.
Check out Clips channel. All right. Let's get to that. Now let's talk box office, because I think that you and I were on the same page with what we think the box office was. We both, I think, people can check us. By the way, I don't know why you didn't bet a steak dinner on that fight. You could have taken one of those steak dinners off.
I could have. Yeah, I could have.
I don't know why you didn't. You were the most,
because I don't trust Ronda. I don't trust Ronda.
That's down three hole.
Yeah.
Totally all right. Going back to the box office. This is what we were both on the same page. We said that. Well, no. I think we both thought that the number one movie would potentially be Devil Wears Prada again, right? Did we win?
Yeah. No, I don't think we. Yeah,
no, we were wrong on that, but I think.
Yeah.
Let's double check. I'm gonna show you guys what the numbers were. Check it. Here are the top. This is the top box office for the week. Michael jumps back into number one. How often does that
amazing.
happen?
That's amazing.
That doesn't happen. 26 million. So, I mean, more and more so, it's starting to look like Missing is at 703 million. People keep thinking, you know, Mance was talking about it. Could this be the first biopic that makes it to 1 million? And he thinks it could, 1 billion, whatever. He thinks it could. I still think 703 is a ways away, but I mean, I don't know, 23 million over 26 million last weekend after being in the movie since April.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
it's
maybe
pretty amazing.
It's
pretty amazing. Yeah.
It is. Devil Wears Prada 2 makes another. Was number 2 with 18 million, bringing its total worldwide to 546. You got to be happy if you're those peeps. This is the one though. This is the biggest movie of the weekend. because in regards
Session.
to in regards to like budget. I think the movie cost like $850,000 to make, and it made 21 million worldwide. It's another YouTube kind of thing that keeps getting me more excited when I see these stories. You know, with my project and everything, but it's like this is 21 million. That's the biggest story. That's if you hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
You made the movie for $800,000 and you just made 21 million worldwide. You're now making a lot of money.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat 2 makes another 13 million, bringing it to 101. Still going to be how much the movie cost, John?
The movie cost 80 million to make, so it's not going to break even in any way, shape, or
form. Have a problem.
So.
And then the Shape Detectives at 58 million. People love this movie. You see this yet?
I know. Not yet. I got to get to the theater and see this. I know. Everyone says it's great.
Speaking of movies to go to,
yes,
I am furious. Do you know that I'm supposed to? When are you seeing Masters of the Universe?
I haven't even been about. We haven't even got a screening about yet.
I am. That makes me happy, and I'll tell you why it makes me happy.
Okay,
because I'll tell you why. Because the movie doesn't come out for like another 3 weeks, right?
Right.
So what that makes me realize is that there's going to be more screenings. Because I was invited to go see it Thursday when I saw Mandalorian and Grogu, which we should talk about also in however long we can. And I couldn't see it because of that. I said I saw Mandalorian and Grogu. And then I was supposed to see it today. But I don't imagine that you've been paying attention to what's going on here, but the Long Island Railroad is on strike.
You sent me that Hulk Hogan was sent in to try to negotiate from the dead. He's negotiated from the dead.
Did I send that to you?
You did.
Wasn't that great?
It was amazing.
Fucking guy walking around and they got dressed like Hulk Hogan. They put the music behind him. He literally was dressed as Hulk Hogan. Anyway, we
got to figure this out, brother. We got to figure this out.
But the Long Island Railroad is on strike.
Oh,
and so it normally would take me 35 minutes to get into the city.
Yeah.
If I tried to get to that screening, which is like 6:30 tonight, I would have, because just for reference, when Matt Lillard came in here from the city at around 3 o'clock, he tried to come from the city to here. It took him 2.5 hours by the car because of the traffic. With the Long Island Railroad down, everybody's trying to drive into the city.
Oof.
What I don't want to do is try to drive into the city,
right?
Spend a shitload of money on an Uber and then not make the screening and miss whatever I could be doing here. I'll be furious. So I'm trying to find another screening for it, but it really sucks. It really sucks that I can't I can't see this tonight. There's no way. I'm just not gonna be able to make it to the I can't. I'll be sitting in the traffic and be sitting there in an Uber and I'll be furious. So I was bummed because I really wanted to see that.
But what do you think? I mean, listen, I've heard from 3 people who've seen it.
Yeah.
They weren't 100% happy about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not hearing great things. And then we had the news that it's tracking to be a soft opening. You said this might be a box office surprise hit.
I was in my second right next to the Gina Carano thing.
You're already admitting that you were wrong. Okay.
1,000%. After tracking at 25 million. I mean, even if it's a great movie, it's got to. I mean, in order to be a big surprise hit, it's got to jump. It's got to jump another 50 million.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna. I don't care how good it is. Not jumping. That's no chance. After the tracking, it's going to be disappointing. Now, I told people a long time ago that I had heard that this thing is more like Love and Thunder than it is Ragnarok, right? The trailers look more Ragnarok than it does Love and Thunder. So I'm skeptical, but I still have faith in Travis Knight. So
sure. He's a great director.
Yes. So, but that's what I would have found out today. At least the embargo still drops. There's a social embargo on it too, which reminds me, we'll get to Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
totally goofed, and I don't ever goof on this stuff because I went and saw Mandalorian and Grogu. I didn't realize at the same time as the premiere. So normally when you see these screenings, the social embargoes are lifted. You just got to be careful with the review, right? Got out, did what I always do, put it up there, and I said, and then I had to rush back because even then, before the strike, Penn Station had like a fire in it, so I had to go to Grand Central. So I'm walking all over the freaking city to get to this freaking screening, and then I was like, okay, and then in my head, I go, let me double check and make sure for some reason, just in case there's a social embargo. I can't imagine there is, and there was. And I went, shit. And I made it private real fast because I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, I had people you abide by the rules. So I did, and I really said at 12:30, and then it came out. We can't. The review does not embargo doesn't drop until tomorrow, so we can give our thoughts. Here's why, because I saw yours, and a lot of people thought there were two sides of it. Right? A lot of people thought everybody said the same thing, that it was essentially just a longer version of the television show, but it's a matter of if you had fun watching. And I said, here's the thing that most critics should also consider when saying that. When saying this is pretty much just a longer episode of the show, but it's a fun adventure and everything too. Yes, but you can say that because you didn't pay for it. So, meaning that if you're sitting there in the audience and John's eyes just widened, John looks like he might have a shot to win this week. But if you are sitting there paying for this, thinking that it's the first theatrical movie for Star Wars since 2019, and that you're going to see it, you're not paying attention to news, you're just thinking you're going to see a Star Wars movie.
Right.
And you get something that doesn't really further the plot. It's just a fun adventure movie, whatever it might be, and you have fun. You're going to go, why did I spend, let's say you took 3 people or 2 people with you, and you spend $60 or whatever it was, $55. And you go, why did I just spend this when I could watch this at home when it comes out on Disney Plus? Because it's a Disney Plus episode. And so I feel like, but I think that, and what I did say and what I continue to say is the kids, though, in general, I was walking out and there was a kid that said, I want to see this again in the theater. If they can tap into that audience when this movie comes out next weekend, this movie will do better than people think.
Yeah, I have to say, I enjoyed the movie. Yes, it felt like a bunch of episodes strung together, and no matter what people, Jon Favreau said it wasn't. I don't give a shit. Creators say everything possible to get you into the theater. Stop believing these people, please. This whole situation here to me is, when you look at the movie, it's very clear that they condensed a whole season into a little bit over 2 hour movie. It's no surprise, but it's some of the best of the Mandalorian TV series. So you have that element to it. But I will say, to push back a little bit on you, I think they used the IMAX version. I think there are some really beautiful, incredible cinematic shots here.
I'm with you.
For Star Wars, that if it's worth it to go see it in the theater for some of the shots here in the movie. But Kristian's not wrong. You could watch this at home and get just as much of an effect seeing at home as you would in a theater, because of the approach that they've taken to the story, some of the exposition stuff, some of the Ronda the Hutt stuff. Yeah, all of that, definitely.
The Hutts,
I think
the Hutts the Hutts with the CGI.
Yeah. The Black Series, I was watching Black Series Rebels last night. They were live doing a Burger King unwrapping and all that, which was really fun. But they said it best, like, this is going to be the entry point for Star Wars for a lot of young kids.
Yes.
This is absolutely a way of opening up Star Wars to them, and they're going to love it. Yeah. And then from that, they'll go and watch other Star Wars stuff. So in that way, it accomplishes its goal as well, to get newer people into the Star Wars universe.
I think families will be satisfied.
Yes, 100%.
And I was having this conversation with Riley this morning. It was Riley's birthday today. And so I was talking to Riley this morning, and we were saying, the thing is that I just wish that there was a happy medium. Basically, like, you can make people go, there is, they just made Andor and they're going to make this. Yeah, but I don't think you're going to see an Andor ever again under this regime with 2 cameo Filoni.
Oh God.
Look at me with my hat. Come on. How many did people groan in your theater when that happened?
I did, loudly at the LA press screening on purpose.
Quite a few people who groaned when the cameos happened. But the thing is, if you can balance it out and have some serious stuff, some stuff for adults, and stuff for families is going to be satisfied with this movie. The question is, will families go see it in the theater, or family? I think this movie is going to do very well on Disney Plus, by the way. Let me say that.
Yes, sure. I agree. But I do think once word gets out that people, because there's a lot more positives around this movie than negatives in terms of the reactions. And yes, I know some of the bitter critics are like, oh, shills, all that nonsense. But like, this is going to be interesting to see if families gravitate to this and like it, and the kids go and tell their parents to take them back over and over and over again, because there is a huge sequence with Grogu in the movie, and that I think will sell a lot of kids to come back and see the film, and so we will see. We will see overall.
I'm curious to see that opening weekend is going to be very interesting, and then week two is the most telling though, because
I agree. It has because it has the potential to have legs.
Yes,
and we're going to see in week 2 and week 3 if it does.
If kids go and see, look, like I said, if that kid was like, I want to go see it again in the theater. If they can capture that, because I don't think. Look, Campy is doing this meet and greet thing, meet and greet for Mandalorian and Grogu. I think this or next week when it comes out in Long Island. So I was going to try to stop by. I told him, I said, look, I'm going to stop by and say hello. I can't sit through this again. I'm bored out of my mind. I can't do it. But I'm not 11 years old.
Right.
If I was 11 years old, I probably could sit through it like 4 times.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it does, and if they can capture that. Very curious. So
can I? We exchange stories sometimes of being at critic screenings. Can I tell you one story? Can I tell? Okay, so I went to the Mandalorian Grogu. Some of you don't watch the hot mic. Maybe you don't know the story, so I'll tell the story again. But I went to see Mandalorian Grogu last week. Drove up to LA, 3 hours to get up to LA. It was crazy traffic. Got there, had really nice dinner with my friend Griffin Schiller. Over at FilmSpeak. Really great to see him again. Griffin's awesome. We sat together, but we are going into we get to the screening. We're going up to the stairs. We're about to get into our aisle, and there is this older critic, gray hair, wearing this cream blazer that I think he got at Ross Dress for Less, glasses, and Griffin says, "Excuse me," to kind of move past him to get, and I'm thinking, okay, the guy's going to move his legs or get up or something. He doesn't move at all and keeps staring in the aisle. He's in the aisle seat and he keeps staring straight ahead of the screen. Doesn't even register that Griffin is in front of him. So Griffin goes and goes past him and hits his knees a couple times because the guy's knees are almost 3/4 of the way into the area there. And then the guy glowers at him and stares at him. And I watch this happen and I go, okay, all right, fuck stick, let's dance. And so I go and say the same thing. Excuse me. He doesn't move. And I go, really good job, guy. Thanks for not moving out of the way for people to come into the aisle to watch a movie. And he goes, what'd you expect me to do? And I said, you could move your knees or you could stand up. And then he scoffed like a 15-year-old girl. Oh. And it was like that shit. So we sit down, we watch the movie. And then the movie ends and we're walking out after the thing. And as we're walking out, the 2 seats at the end of the aisle are covered in the free popcorn that this old asshole got from the theater.
You know who it is?
And they left 2 full fucking cups of things. So to me, what an asshole. And this is why I don't like go to LA screenings. This is why I don't like it. Right. This doesn't happen in San Diego. Man.
I will take that all day long over outside of I can't go to civilian screenings anymore.
Well, that's fair.
I know. Call me what you will. It's just tough because I would rather stay home because look, that's the problem with the Masters of the Universe thing. I know that I probably will have to go to. People don't behave. I feel like everybody in this comment section probably would be more people who these are the people who would behave. Like movie fans behave, but like it's just the casual fans, they don't behave.
But this was a critic. He had his notebook out.
I know.
And I was like, come on, dude.
Can you send me the name of the person?
I don't know who it was.
Oh, you don't know who it was?
Dude, I'd have blasted this. I'd have tagged him already. Okay. I'd have gone, let's go toe to toe on social media. It is. Like he was such a prick. I'm sure I know prick. I wish I knew who it was, you know.
All right, let's jump into some more. So we're talking about Star Wars. Let's jump into some more Star Wars. There's a news story. And that, of course, is that there's a new rumor that says Hayden Christensen will be in at least 2 more projects beyond Ahsoka season 2. I think I heard this a while ago too. Okay, which makes sense if you can get them and you can get them to do stuff. But the question is, what's the projects, right? Right. New Star Wars rumor sheds light on his plan for Hayden. Sounds like he'll appear in at least 2 more projects after Ahsoka season 2. Concept art confirmed that Lucasfilm considered having Hayden Christensen show up as a Force ghost in the Star Wars trilogy, only for it never to happen. Fortunately, he did eventually make his long-awaited return to the franchise as Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. The actor, who has become a beloved figure among Star Wars fans, later reprised his role in Ahsoka as both a Force ghost and a Clone Wars-era hologram. The finale wrapped up by setting the stage for Anakin to play a much bigger role when the series returns in season 2. It was recently confirmed that Ahsoka won't return to Disney Plus until early next year, but looking beyond that, we have an excited update from Daniel Rickman. As we first revealed, he's reporting that Christensen is set for at least 2 more Star Wars projects as Anakin. The actor suited up as Darth Vader for Obi-Wan Kenobi, so which version of the Jedi turned Sith we'll see in the galaxy far, far away remains to be seen. There's been a lot of chatter about a potential Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, but the small screen Star Wars slate beyond Ahsoka Season 2 is currently a mystery to us. There are a few movies in the works, including the Rey-led project and a new trilogy, but whether Anakin and or Vader would fit into those stories is hard to say. With reports swirling that Christensen will have a much larger role in Ahsoka Season 2, chances are Anakin will be there to guide Ahsoka and Sabine on their journey across Peridian. I know my friend Ewan would be game for that as well. We already know that he's showing up in this too. It's a cool look. It's a cool sort of period in Star Wars, and I think there are great stories that we could tell there. So who knows, maybe one day. Acknowledging that it would require a little bit of de-aging, I love this character. I'd love to see the chance to explore Anakin's story more and hope to do the Darth Vader timeline a little bit more. I think there are more stories to be told. That's the thing that he said that really made me excited, because that's the kind of stuff I'd like to see. And I'd like to see them do a little, because they didn't do de-aging in that scene with Obi-Wan and Anakin when they're in the training room. It was a great scene, but it was jarring because Hayden looks great, but he's like 40-something years old. But he looks great, but he looked 40-something years old. If they de-age him, and now with the technology that they have, they'll probably use AI and do whatever they can make him look younger and they'll make him look good. If they can do a Clone Wars adventure, even if it's like a one-off, like Punisher, for like 55 minutes, do that story, people would lose their minds if they did that. As far as Obi-Wan Season 2 goes, I thoroughly dislike that series. The more and more it gets worse and worse. I just watched the Benny Hill scene recently. Have you ever watched that?
The flea.
Have you ever watched it with the music, the Benny Hill?
Oh
music?
yeah, of course.
It's the best. But I am not opposed to a Season 2 if, and this is, of course he's going to say that, if you actually look and say, you know what we did with Andor? Let's do that with Obi-Wan.
Oh my God.
Let's actually treat this with care. Don't just do, hey, look, now we're hiding a kid under a jacket. It's like, don't treat it like a cartoon. Treat it like that. I always thought that what we got in Andor is what we were going to get with the Obi-Wan before Andor even came out. That's what I thought we were getting. That's what it called for. If you did that, but the problem was you kind of shit the bed already with the meeting, because it was always based off of that Return of the Jedi moment of Obi-Wan once thought as you did. We've already got to the end of Obi-Wan where he thinks Anakin's lost. He doesn't think that there's a shot to get him back anymore. I guess you could write around that, but I'd want to see a really detailed, version of either the Darth Vader series. He's the one villain you could really get away with just doing a full lead of him.
100%.
Do a Vader series with Hayden.
I mean, you have a whole comic book run that you could use as the basis if you wanted to do a Darth Vader series. Easily. I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
Can you imagine? People, for every person, and probably you're going to see somebody write it soon. Oh, move past Vader, move past this, move past that. What was everybody talking about with Darth Maul, the series? When the last thing they were talking about when he shows up, and yes, Filoni has mentioned that you got to use him sporadically, and I think his approach on this is right. You use him sporadically when he shows up. However, if you mentioned a Darth Vader series, a limited series, 1 season, 6 episodes, in the vein of Andor, with Hayden Christensen as Vader, it would be the highest rated television show that Star Wars has ever done.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well, you've got to get people back to having faith in what you can do. So, Maul Shadow Lord, really good.
Yeah.
Mando Grogu is from the previous regime. We'll see how people receive that. Starfighter is, in essence, from the new regime, a mixture of both. So we'll see how Starfighter does. And then when Ahsoka Season 2 comes out, if that comes out and it's a banger, then you have a little more cachet to be like, now we're going to do a Season 2 of Kenobi. We heard what people had issues with. We're going to repair some of that, fix some of that. We're going to have a much more dedicated approach to it. It's going to be a darker approach. That's going to get people excited. And so there is a path to bring a Season 2 throughout, and having Hayden come back is great. But listen, let's tell the truth about this situation. Hayden was great in the Ahsoka episode. I think less so in the Kenobi stuff. And so you've got to find that sweet spot for Hayden, because he's not the strongest actor. So you've got to find the sweet spot for him to come back and reprise Anakin and do well. So I trust that they'll understand that about him and put him in the best position.
Yeah,
You know?
and I hope that they do season 2 better of Ahsoka too. That's what I'm
Yes.
that's another one. Both I liked Ahsoka season 1 better than Obi-Wan, but Ahsoka season 1 gets worse every time you try to watch it. There's moments like the Hayden stuff I actually like, but it's terribly written. It's written like an animated show. It doesn't play. There's some silly logic. Characters haven't grown at all. The outside of that show of doing actually locations and other things and maybe getting a little bit more detailed and building off the characters, and if that happens, you got a chance to redeem yourself. You don't have, that's what I worry about sometimes.
Yeah,
well, that's the way season 1 was. We're going to make it the same. You can change it. You can make seasons like the tone in season 2 is dramatically different from season 1, and it's so much better.
Yeah,
you know,
100% agree. 100% agree with you, bro. Yeah.
All right, let's see. So let's go to the last thing we'll actually cover for today. First of all, put your thoughts in there about the Hayden stuff. Do you want to see him come back? Would you want to see a Vader series? Let us know.
Let me use the restroom while you do this, but I'm going to hear what you're doing. I can hear it.
So. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk this. We're just going to talk about the Lanterns trailer, because that dropped today. So the Lanterns trailer features costume, action, Guy Gardner, and plenty of Green Lantern constructs. Dropped today, the second Lanterns trailer. DC Studios has released a new trailer for Lanterns, and it finally delivers some exciting action scenes, a first look at how Jordan suited up, and even an appearance from Guy Gardner. As promised, DC Studios has released a new trailer for Lanterns. It's fair to say that this is more like it. The first teaser underwhelmed many comic book fans who felt that a series about Green Lanterns was, well, a little light on the green. Well, this sneak peek not only includes some fun Green Lantern constructs, but we even got a long-awaited first look at how Jordan suited up. Guy Gardner also shows up following appearances in Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. While this is clearly a series that will deliver a grounded take on the Green Lantern Corps, the trailer's main focus is the rising tension between Hal and John Stewart. The former clearly doesn't believe John is worthy to join the Corps because, just like on the page, the Guardians of, is it Oa? I believe so, chose himself instead of the ring itself. He doesn't know Oa? No, I don't. I don't know this world that much. What? Why are you covering it? Because I am. John, meanwhile, feels differently and believes he's the right man to replace Hal and protect his planet. There's also a lot of talk about fear, which comic book readers among you will know could tie into the fear-powered Sinestro Corps. Could Hal have been corrupted by Parallax? That remains to be seen, but it would explain talk of this being a one-and-done role for Kyle Chandler. Okay. All right. John, you see the trailer?
My reaction's up on the channel. I shot it before we start on the show. Yeah.
So I was I said right before my intro to my reaction, I said I'm going to guarantee something. I'm going to guarantee, I need to be right about something. And I said I got to guarantee you that this trailer is going to be full of Green Lantern moments. It's going to be full of you're probably going to see Guy Gardner. You're probably going to, because of all of the pushback.
Yeah.
You cannot get your core audience that upset. Now, I'm also saying that as someone who really liked the first trailer.
Yeah,
because what I was told, and I don't have a stake in the Green Lantern lore, right? So I was told it was going to be a true detective story that was grounded. I was like, okay, let me see that. That's what I saw, and I like that. But if you're a Green Lantern fan, you didn't like that. You didn't see any of the mystical stuff. You didn't see any of that cool stuff. You didn't see anything that made you realize that this could be a Green Lantern show. It could be anything. Well, they nipped that in the bud quick. They literally start the damn trailer with this ring is this, and then the guy's making fake money and doing it. And like, that's a great trailer. If you're a Green Lantern fan, if you're like a comic book movie fan in general, I thought they did a great job of. There's more so on the comic book side in this one, but I think they added a lot of the grounded stuff here too. I thought this trailer was even better than the first.
I agree with 100%. And you know, sometimes you got to understand there's a philosophy with the way they roll these things out.
Right.
You know, and so maybe the first trailer didn't grab, so maybe they made some mistakes there. So in the second trailer come out, clearly the fans need to see a little more green, but they didn't go full on fan service and show all this green stuff. They showed 3 spots that were, you know, one for humor, one to show his power at battling something coming from the sky that looks really dangerous, and then one using as a force field around himself. So it wasn't too much. Yes, he takes off, but it's much more about the character work being done here between both of these guys and the relationship that is happening here. Because you've got John Stewart basically saying, you were handed this ring, you didn't earn this ring, and Hal saying to him, you're going to have to earn this ring, and you're going to have to take it off my cold, dead body, right? And throughout, as you said, it's coursing throughout the whole trailer, the back half of the trailer. Are you afraid? Are you afraid? You need to not be afraid, blah, blah, blah. So it's confronting fears, confronting something that outside of you. How can you confront that and still be a hero, still fight past it to do the right thing? So I liked this trailer a lot. And the menace of the evil or the antagonists was there throughout this trailer as well. And the shot of Guy Gardner was great. So to me, this is a better trailer, as you said, but also I like that first trailer. So I'm on board with this series. I like both of these trailers.
Me too. And I think that, look, they definitely did, and they needed to here. This was a damage control trailer. I don't know if this would have been the trailer that we saw had there not been the amount of pushback that there was. I think that this was to appease.
Maybe, yeah.
My question I had is, and I don't know the answer to this question. My question that I had in my reaction was, is this because they had said this is a grounded show that eventually gets to some of it, but it's not the main focus, right? Did they take the best moments of the Green Lantern stuff and put it in the trailer to show people? And is that going to piss people off if it comes down to, well, there's hardly any of that stuff in this? It was like did that first trailer really represent what this show was?
Yeah.
Or does the second trailer actually show that there is a happy balance, or was it just like take every moment that you can just to show them that there's some of this stuff in there? I don't know the answer to the question. We'll see. I'm just looking forward to the show in general because I like the people. I didn't even know Laura Linney was in this, by the way.
Yeah, it was great to see her pop up at
great.
the end there.
She always makes things good. One of my favorite movies that she's in. It's not even she's plays a great role in it, but she's not like one of the leads. Is the Truman Show?
Oh yeah, she's great as his wife. Yeah,
when she's endorsing the product, and he goes, "What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?" It's one of my favorite lines ever. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? It's such a great movie.
Her freaking out when he's driving her, like that's great. Into the camera.
It's a great movie. I want to find if there's anybody on my channel who hasn't seen that movie because I'd love to watch it. Oh, speaking of which, Ming and I just started we watched Invincible episodes 1 and 2 of season 1.
Oh wow, right on.
Gonna put that up on the channel on Wednesday. See how it does. Not tape any because Ming's like, "Are we gonna watch more?" I was like, "Not yet," because I want to make sure, like, if the audience watches it, then we'll invest in the same way that we did for, like, Game of Thrones.
Right.
But like we watched 1 and 2. It's a really good show so far. Episode. Have you watched it?
Yeah. Oh, Invincible. Yeah. I'm up to season 3. I'm trying to get to the end of season 4. Yeah.
I thought I saw episodes 1 and 2, and I didn't remember shit. I didn't see anything. I said maybe I saw some of it, but maybe I don't know what the hell I was doing.
It's funny. Riley is the one that turned me on to the comic book.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of his birthday today, we were working together. He had the omnibus, and he let me borrow it, and I have to return it to him at some point. For God's sakes, yeah, it was a great read. So
I got it somewhere too. All right, well there you go. Lanterns. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it. Are you guys excited to see it? Put your thoughts in and let us know, especially on the Clips channel. Make sure you do it. All right, John, we're going to get to the questions because currently, like I said, it's showing 47, but you actually have around 63 right now.
Nice.
63, and Maddie B is really putting you over the top here, and we'll talk about that in a second. But
Thank you,
before we
Maddie.
do, tell us what's going on with it.
Oh, hey, the John Roca channel. Yes, as we just mentioned, I dropped my trailer reaction for Lanterns 2 teaser trailer earlier this morning, so it's out there for you all to watch. But I don't know if I'll be going live today. Maybe I'll be going live today. But the channel is doing its thing here. The Hot Mic, the Geek Buddies, Spill the Tequila is growing every Tuesday night. Winston, Marshall, and I talking about all the stuff going on in the world of entertainment and outside the world of entertainment as well. Whatever sparks our interest. We have fun. That's a show you guys should absolutely be coming to watch. But Geek Buddies, Hot Mic, Jedi Way will be back soon, probably this week or next week for sure. And then, of course, my reactions and reviews, as Kristian already said, a review for Mando Grogu sometime this week. And more video essays coming. I've written 3 so far, and I need to record them and edit them and put them out here on the channel, on my channel, rather. So please head over there, youtube.com/John Roca Says. Thanks, Kristian.
All right. All right, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is there was a few that I wasn't able to highlight that for some reason StreamYard didn't take it, but we found it through through the YouTubes. So I'll bring it up, and here it is. Okay, so I'm going to bring up this first one here, which is from Sam Macias. Good day, fellas. Hope you're doing well. Kristian, do you have any new updates on our pilot today? Also, did you ever notice that all the bad sports team in New York all sound the same? Jets, Mets, and Nets. The Mets did okay against the Yankees.
I did.
But yeah, as far as that is true. So look, that's definitely true. Recently, that's definitely true. But they'll have their comeback. As far as the pilot goes, yeah, I do have some really exciting updates. As I said, what I can tell you is that we were in a place where it's like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? What's happening? What's happening? Let's move. Let's move. Then it was like a bump, and then I believe we jumped past that bump. I have something happening tomorrow and Wednesday that I believe that very soon I'll be able to finally say, because I know it's been frustrating for you guys, it must have been frustrating for me to say, all right, where the fuck are we doing this thing? And once we do, you're not gonna be able to hear anything except that from me, because it's coming fast and furious really, really soon, I believe. So I'll let you know. Thank you for that, for sure. Okay, next one after that, and that comes from Sam again. And Sam says, also, Kristian, how surprised would you be if the Amazing Digital Circus finale beats Masters in the box office? And would you be willing to bet a steak dinner on it? The Amazing Digital Circus is projected for a $60 to $80 million opening weekend. I would not bet a steak dinner on it, because if it's tracking at a 60 to 80 million opening weekend worldwide, then it's going to crush it. But the Amazing Digital Circus does not surprise me that it's tracking at what it's tracking at, because that was my point before. And I was talking, this is another thing we're talking about Riley today. We were talking about Masters Universe, and I said the reason why I think it's tracking so low is that movie should have been made 20 years ago. It was enough to where that generation was still young enough and they were still going to theaters. Everyone I hear I love that, I can't wait to see it, they're all in their late 40s and 50s. And they don't go in the movies. My wife wants to see it. Sam wants to see it. Ming wants to see it. Everyone wants to see it. I see going to the theater. No, we should react to it. Nobody wants to go in the theater to see it. And that's going to be the issue, because if you give an 18 or 16-year-old a chance, what do you want to see? Amazing Digital Circus, Scary Movie 6, or He-Man? He-Man's number 3 on that list.
Probably.
An Amazing Digital Circus is probably one if they're aware of it.
Yeah. Like
you asked my 14-year-old, Amazing Digital Circus, and then it's probably Scary Movie. So, yeah, no, I wouldn't bet that. That'd be the stupidest. That'd be like picking Gina Carano to beat Rousey. Imbecile, I am. All right, let's see. Next one. You gotta be kidding me. I thought my mouse died. Okay, next one after that. This mouse is gonna die soon, I can tell you. Let's not jinx it. Okay, next one. Come on, you stupid mouse. Don't be a dick. Okay. Sam, sorry, I meant to say not beat in last super chat. Oh, you saying Amazing Digital Circus not beating Master Universe? No, it will beat it. Continuing the donations for a Roka win this week, says Sam. Which Stallone movie would Arnold be the best fit in out of these options? Rocky, Rambo, Judge Dredd, Rhinestone, or Demolition Man? Oh, man. Demolition Man. What do you think, John? Oh, wait, I put him on John's. Sorry, John. Hold on. Wait.
No worries.
All right, sorry, John. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, the humor and the action combo, 100%. The commentary on like Taco Bell, all of that stuff. And he'd be going after Mick Fleetwood's character. Look at this long-haired hippie.
Oh, easy.
There's a lot to play with there.
Yeah.
So that's the one you fit in the best.
Yeah. Ron H. PA in the ground and MA cannot be found. You have nothing, Roka. Nothing to do with your Shalong. What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know what the hell that means.
Ron H. I chatted with a Ron D once about a Ron C. who was talking shit about me. Ron H. WTF never happened. Anyway,
what is going on?
Ron's going 7 secs. That's 13 secs faster than I finished. Ron H. is crushing right now. Today's strain is green apple OG. Well, there you go. Yeah, boy, gangster fruit. Let's fucking go. What nasty thoughts will it unlock today? Salad or pasta for lunch? Ron's having a stroke, and I'm here for it. Sam, support. Thank you, Sam. Sam, why not here? Why not? Here's more for the outlaw. Why not? Here's more for the outlaw. Also, thank you too for the show. It's been the best recently, especially with a Roka pipe bomb and Italian Mike impression. So much fun. Please keep up the great work. Thank you, Sam. Very, very kind. And follows more supports. Also, can I get a Sammy from Remick? Yes, you can in just a moment. Sam, more support from Sam. Johnny, the WSW show tour finished yesterday. Cross beat Corbin for the title night 1. He now has 4. All shows are on YouTube. They will be back in October. So Karen Cross is doing pretty well on this organization, I guess, huh, John?
Nice. Well, I guess so. Yeah, that's great to see that. Yeah, he deserves it.
And I have to thank for a lot of those great donations. How about our boy
Sammy?
He was good. Who was it?
Sammy.
Perfect. Okay, good. So that was before we even got to the stuff that is showing. So how about that support, John? Already, so John was a little. John couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. John was like, I lost, and I was like, yeah, you lost that week, but I don't know. This week's looking pretty good for John. Go, pal. I guess Ronda was not so wounded as you were led to believe. No, I mean, like
that's a great Star Trek 2 Wrath of Khan reference.
No, it's true. Here's the thing, though, but she never had the chance to do this. If Gina would have gotten one shot in, I think that we would have seen Ronda get nervous and back up, but she never gave her the opportunity to do that. Never gave her the opportunity to do it.
That's why Ronda did that. She didn't want to let her get a shot in.
No, she was like, I'm not doing that. I'm getting you to the ground. You know what it was also that Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes just did not let her do that to them.
Exactly.
And Gina was like, okay, yeah, here. Toss me around. Sammy, more support. Thank you, Sammy. Ron H. Go, pal. Rano. Ron H. Carano didn't believe in the no-win scenario, but she effing lost. What the heck? No-win scenario is some bullshit. Yeah, and look, I just think I think John was right. She was outmatched.
Yeah, these are great Wrath of Khan references. Shout out to you guys making the Wrath of Khan references.
Sammy's crushing here today. Sammy's really wants you to push over. Ron H. Heartbreak Ridge. Mario Van Peebles was awesome. How could he get any better? Jaws of Revenge. He lived. Black Guy survived the shark. Also, Clint Eastwood was in the film. In the theatrical cut, he did not live.
Right.
He does not live in the theatrical cut. In the edited version, he does.
By the way, Heartbreak Ridge, quietly one of the best Clint Eastwood movies ever. No one ever talks about it, but he is incredible in that film. It's one of the 80s ones I go back to and watch all the time.
I have to double check that one. I haven't seen it in a long time. Samasia stamps. Keep one, change one, and easier one of these actors' entire career.
Erase. Okay.
Erase. Okay. Keep one, change one, erase. Okay. Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Seth Rogen. Keep, change. I know what you're going to take. Erase. Entire career. Well, then you'd have to get rid of the studio, and I love that show right now, so I can't get rid of that. Yeah. I would have to say, you know what? This is an easy cop out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to keep Seth Rogen because of the studio and other things he's got. He's got a lot. I mean, 50-50 is a lot of stuff. And Invincible, we're talking about a lot of things that he's produced and in general.
Super bad.
Yeah. He's producing wise, he's a great producer. Also, the stuff that he's produced. I think he's a producer on The Boys, I think. So I keep his career. I would change Adam Sandler's. I would keep him in there, but I would just change some casting here and there. I'd probably recast Rob Schneider a few times and a couple things. But and some other people, and maybe get different directors on some of these things, and maybe have him do Wedding Singer 2 and try to do that. Will Ferrell is the one who's probably going to have to take the hit. Will Ferrell, as much as I love Old School and a few other things that he's an Elf and other things, he's done a lot of stinkers. So that's probably where I'd go with that.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. You have to keep Seth Rogen for the breadth of Seth Rogen's work overall, not just as an on-camera actor. And then I would change Adam as well, because please don't stop doing grown-ups movies. Stop doing these terrible films that you do. I would adjust his mind to not always put his friends in these crappy movies and do better stuff. And you have to erase Will Ferrell. Sadly, we would lose Anchorman and you'd lose Ricky Bobby, which is quietly one of my favorite comedies ever. But
please.
That cutscene is so good.
It's not even a scene; it's a blooper.
Yeah, right. By the way, best SNL episode of the season.
I heard it was good. I didn't see it.
Will was great.
Yeah, I heard it was good. Sim Escape. All the hype, training, promotion for 17 seconds. Lame. I don't disagree with that. Would have been nice to get 1-2 full rounds. Don't disagree with that. I'll never watch another Jake Paul MVP event. I disagree with that because I think the reason why you say that now because you're frustrated on it. But I can guarantee you the reason why that these things do as well as they do, although not very well live. People buying tickets, but watching it on it, you're paying for Netflix. So there's a big enough fight and a big enough circus around it. You'll check it out. You will. Today you don't feel like you will, but you will.
Also, it's MMA. First round knockouts happen all the time in MMA.
I know.
Like, you got to know the sport you're dealing with.
It's true. Carlton Rudder, London calling. What's up, Carlton? No movies this weekend. Just celebrating my 16-year-old's first powerlifting meet. That's amazing.
Oh,
507-pound deadlift. Hell,
wow,
dude. One proud dad. Catch you later. Hell yeah, you should be proud. It's awesome,
dude.
It's awesome.
My old days in CrossFit, a 415-pound deadlift was my most.
This is one of the things I love. Oh, by the way, for people who don't know, Ming just, and Luke, can you post Ming's channel in the description? He's almost at well, his video he just put up is almost at 1,000 views, his intro video, and he's almost at 500 subscribers. And this is why I love working out with him too, because I didn't want to get intimidated with the amount of, like, he's like, it doesn't matter about the heavyweight. It's like, you got it about the reps and everything. Like, younger, everybody goes for the heavier weight. And how, and that's the thing, is that I'm gradually, like today I did legs, and I actually lifted the heaviest that I've had since I started. But I gradual, and not just to do it to be for ego wise, but it's also for for the workout and to make sure that you're actually having gains and stuff too.
Totally.
Yeah, Enrique and Ratu, Empire Strikes Back changed my life, but all derailed with Return of the Jedi. It turned into a comedy for kids. I hate the Ewoks. Star Wars has been demystified since '83, and it's a recipe. Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, I mean, look, I understand that. I get that. Not everybody feels that way, but there are tons of people who do feel that way. I was having this. The one thing that I can't stand is that there was somebody, and I made this short on it over the weekend, is that the one comment that you get that is like, Star Wars has always been for kids. LOL. And it's like, no, it hasn't just been for kids. It just hasn't.
Right.
Guess what? My 8-year-old wouldn't respond to a guy burning to death, screaming and yelling. And
yes, exactly.
That's not just for kids. Now, are there elements that are geared towards children? Now, the better argument moving forward is that it's always been for families, and it's always been geared towards everyone of all ages.
Yeah.
We try to hit everyone of all ages. That's a better argument. Just for kids, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because Andor is also, well, that's not for kids. My 8-year-old fall asleep. And it's like, just for kids means that it's just for kids. That's not the case. So anyway, but I can see his argument here.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the Denis Villeneuve, I think, mirrors the sentiment of a lot of us. Like, Empire Strikes Back was so amazing that we were like, this is what the franchise can be. And then Return of the Jedi, I agree. I'm not a fan of the Ewoks. It went softer, whatever. But like, that's the responsibility of a franchise. I don't think it would be as beloved if it didn't have that 4-quadrant approach consistently through those early trilogy movies. So yeah, it's the way it is. I agree with him. It's probably why I haven't been as obsessed with Star Wars, or I wasn't for a long time. And then the prequels didn't do that for me. It was coming back to it through this new regime and getting back in touch with it through people like you that I was like, oh, this is actually a really amazing franchise. So yeah, I hear where Denis is coming from. Yeah.
So we have an update from PLD, your buddy. And he says, from what I see worldwide, Digital Circus is actually tracking towards 25 million to 30 million opening weekend, about 10 million domestically. Not sure where 60 to 80 million comes from. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm still not betting on it. All right, let's see. Next one. Hey, Mr. CJ. So how about that fight? Oh boy. Yeah, not good. Samasia Same. Keep 2 and erase 2 of these sports movies. Ooh. Miracle, Remember the Titans, For Love of the Game, and Coach Carter. I get to keep 2. I'm keeping Miracle and Remember the Titans.
Yep. I'm with Christian.
Yeah.
For Love of the Game, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's good. I don't mind that movie. It's not one that I've seen more than maybe once and caught a couple replays of. And Coach Carter, same thing. Miracle, Remember the Titans. I've seen various times. Nathan Drake, I'm one of the people who didn't love the first Lannis trailer, but damn, this new trailer was awesome. Count me in. That's important.
Yep.
That's important. Swazi, Michael is literally one of the most famous people since Jesus. Anyone that thought Michael wasn't going to do well lives in a bubble. I mean, it definitely was going to do well. And it's the matter of, like, just still trying to hit the billion. It's still person. It's still possible. Still possible.
Most famous people since Jesus. Calm it down over there.
Hilarious.
Calm it down.
It's hilarious. Chris Daniel, Gina just joined Allison's Job Squad. What's that?
I don't know.
What is Allison's
who?
Job Squad? What is Allison's Job Squad?
I don't know.
What the fuck is Allison's Job Squad? Is that like a
I don't know.
wrestling job squad?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Is that probably a jobber? Is she a jobber now? Is that what you're saying?
I guess I was trying to say.
I guess so. Maddie B, who I think is going to be the MVP of this stream in a second.
Thank you, Maddie.
Good morning, Kristian and Roca. I watched your Lanterns trailer, Kristian. The show looks awesome. Great trailer to reassure fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that was the goal, and I think clearly, Maddie, that's what they accomplished. So there you go.
Yeah.
Kristian, Gina just joined Al Snow's Job Squad. It's a work. There you go. It's Al Snow. Is what
Snow's Job Squad.
No, he probably did that. He probably did it on voice text or something. Al Snow's Job Squad. Poor Gina. Ron H. Rousey versus Carano was like Hughes versus Gracie, UF 60. It went longer than that. I mean, Hughes Gracie went longer than that.
Wouldn't you? I think it more compared to McGregor Aldo. Remember, McGregor took Aldo out one punch in the first like 20 seconds or whatever. It's like
yeah. And I think also, in terms of that went the way that most people thought it was. You know who else it reminds me of? And granted, it still went longer. This fight that I'm about to bring up was Couture versus James Toney.
Oh yeah.
Mikey with a nice super chat. Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey.
BC Talks Pod. I'd rather have watched Roca versus PLD in a ring than Ronda. Might not have been much longer, but would have been 10 times more entertaining. Would
not have been.
A debate would be good. A debate between the two of them alone would be great. I would love that.
It would also be over in 17 seconds.
The debate
more physical.
It just depends on what mood you're in, though, too. Because like if you were in that mood that you were talking about that one time with Battery's dad, I mean, PLD wouldn't be able to shield himself. Justino 4534. Ronda is super meek minded. 3 losses in a row would have been too much for her. Nash versus Hogan all over again. First of all, the first part of it, I don't disagree with you that was my reasoning why I thought. I just didn't think she didn't have it anymore as far as mentally. But it looked like she matched up herself with someone that she knew she could get down quick. But Nash versus Hogan means that Gina laid down. I think Gina was ready to go. Gina just wasn't prepared.
Gina put her in a chokehold there. If she had been able to hold that chokehold with Ronda, her strategy would have blown up in her face. If Gina had been able to hold Ronda there in that chokehold and wear her down and then mount her and get in position, there was possibilities. But Ronda got out of it really quick and then reversed it and it was over. Yeah.
Mike Joyce, what 2 celebs would you want to see fight? 1985's Arnold versus Stallone.
Ooh,
Arnold killed him though, but still,
that's good.
In a boxing match, I don't know. In a boxing match, I don't know who wins.
Mel Gibson versus Russell Crowe. Let's put that together. Gladiator Mel Gibson versus Lethal Weapon. Gladiator Russell Crowe versus Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson. Let's put it together.
Mel wins. I mean,
over Gladiator Russell Crowe.
You're talking about the characters. If you're talking about actual, Russell Crowe ain't allowed to use a phone. It's like it's gonna be an actual scrap. Mel knew that through hands, man. Mel knew that through hands, and that's why I said Stallone in a boxing match. Yes, if Arnold hit him, he would have been in trouble. But that big, I don't know if Arnold would have been. I don't know how mobile Arnold was. I think in a boxing match, I think that Stallone would have done really well. He just had to get the hell out of the way of those tree trunks. Hey guys, hope all is well. Hey. I'm surprised Michael hasn't opened in Japan yet. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Then you know what? Then it might hit $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
12th. He was so beloved there. He's creeping to that billion. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. You know what? If it doesn't open in Japan, wow. Yeah, it might be the first $1 billion biopic. Yeah, and then you can guarantee when's the sequel's going to be out sooner than later? Yeah,
I don't know.
You don't think the sequel's going to come out?
I'm saying I don't know when it's going to come out because I mean they've got to navigate the legal stuff with the accusations. I don't know how they're going to navigate all that. Yeah, I
don't know what Winston was talking about last week. He was like, Michael disappointed and Michael didn't do well. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Michael's like is crushing every it's number 1 again.
Yeah.
So Maddie B, Curry Barker's Obsession opens with 16 million domestically, filming at a budget around 750. Horror movies often do so well. It's because they can be made so cheap. Also, 750K seems extremely cheap relative. It is overall, right? So, I mean, look, I mean, I'll say this now, and this is fine. I get in trouble for it. I get in trouble for it. So this is what I've talked about in general when it comes to the crowdfunding aspect of it. People making with their audience, depending on their audiences. Now, I don't know if Curry Barker does in general, but making a movie for 750K is really cheap in general. Yeah. And yes, horror movies are cheaper to make, and you don't have to rely on a lot of different effects and other things too. And depending on the cast, I don't know what kind of cast he had also, but yes, because a pilot, as I've mentioned, a pilot is in the if you know, the bear was like 1.1. And everybody I've told budget wise, everybody said the same thing. If you know television and everything too, you're like, that's it. We're aiming in the range of like the 300K, 350K is what we're looking for. Now, I don't know, you know, as far as the actual budget for our Kickstarter, whatever that's going to be, it could be a different number. And then we make a pilot for whatever we hit, we overperform, great, whatever. But that's still, people like, when I told Keith Jardine, who was in here, he's like, that's it. Like I told other people, that's it. I was like, yeah, that's it. But it's also the audience will hear them go, what? Some people will say that, but 750K for, you know, again, a 2-hour movie, that is relatively cheap. Really. Yeah.
Well, that's you get these YouTubers to do these movies. They know how to do stuff on the cheap. They have connections already with people who've helped them do their other movies for lower budget. So they understand how to work effectively around the constraints. And the end result could be like a $20 million opening, and you're making money hand over fist. And then you're paying back the people who maybe worked for you for a lower rate,
or whatever,
exactly.
or other things.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, next one. Oh, thank you, Maddie. The next one is BC Talks Pod. Jeff lasted longer versus you Bull than Gina versus Ronda. That's true.
That's true. He also ran around the ring.
Yes, he did. That's maybe what Gina should have done. Lil Yankee, Lanterns right after House of the Dragon. Bridging summer into fall equals awesome. Got to get ready for work. Have a great week, gents. Thank you, Little Yankee. I really appreciate that.
Take care.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Sticks. This is on regards to my pilot. Is that it has to be a realistic number? Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's why we're making it for what it is. Because if we made it for $1 million, you know, like what most people do, you just wouldn't be able to do it. So that's got to be. That's why we had to go with the cheapest number possible. Okay. So. RIP to Tom Kane, who sadly passed at the age of 64. He was the iconic narrator of the Clone Wars series, as well as the voice of Yoda and Admiral Yularen. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Was that over the weekend?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. And there was someone else. Yeah. There was
today. It was today. Sorry, he passed away today.
Passed away today. Oh, well, thank you for letting us know. Wow. Okay. Gen X just saw the Atlanta trailer. Is way better than the last one. Phenomenal. Loved it. I'm so in. Can't wait. People seem to be on board with it now. It's a good way. See, that's another reason why you gotta. I'm glad they put this trailer out too, because right before the series comes out, if they would have not had any other trailers, just like this, to have the bad will kind of going into it, that wouldn't be good. Now you got some goodwill going into it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next one. Leopold B. Stott. I feel Gina was more into press and tour and how good she looked, getting in shape like that at 40 plus. Of course, she felt alive again. Too many cobwebs, 17 years off. Wasn't ready for a real punch. Just glad no serious interest. I think she was ready for punch. That I disagree with. I think she wasn't ready for the takedowns, and she wasn't ready for the intense kind of MMA aspect of it, to which John alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
The punching part of it, Gina has talked about it many times, even back in the day. That's why she was good. She didn't mind getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
She didn't mind that stuff.
Yeah, she can handle a punch. That ain't an issue. It was like you said, it was the takedown and the shoot stuff she wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Seattle KO. This event reminded me of a Strike Force Elite X Sierra Affliction card with the lopsided matchmaking. Junior DeSantos and Nate should definitely retire. Yeah, I mean, that was another one. We were going back and forth texting, and I didn't know the guy that Nate was really fighting. I know he's been doing bare knuckle stuff, and I haven't been enough to I was like, I got this guy knocking him out, and I go, and it literally was like, this one was ready. Then Nate Diaz by submission, because I just seen all the battles that he was in. But then the second that this guy was throwing these power bombs, I'm like, oh, there's no way this guy's gonna last. But and he was bleeding so bad,
bleeding from his back. If you're bleeding from your back.
Yeah, he was getting destroyed. So he's. I think it's time. He's a warrior. He's a warrior, but I think it's time for him. He won't stop because that's just kind of what he does. But I think it's time for Nate to step down. Junior DeSantis, but yeah, he's still. I think he's still on another planet right now.
Dude, it's brutal.
It was bad. Gopal, what is best in life going on? I got to get the hold on, my favorite. Hold on, make sure I don't butcher this. Hold on, where is it? I gotta get that. I got shit. I always say it. Oh, come on. Okay, John, ask me that question.
Conan, what is best in life?
To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of the women. It is the best. Hold on. Keep talking. Fucking
all right.
You know what? You know what, Sarah? Yeah. These headphones, I got to get new ones. But Sarah, when Sarah comes in here, because he won't use these because this thing is busted. And he's like, put the lemons to the side. Trey Porter.
Oh my God.
Wanted to just saw Top Gun Maverick on IMAX history. It still hits. That's great. Yeah. Are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, I'm going to see it this week. Hopefully, there's some popcorn buckets left. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to catch it. I was going to try to catch it today, but the timing doesn't work out. So hopefully Wednesday, I'm going to take the afternoon and watch them back to back on IMAX. So I can't wait. I love those movies.
Trey Porter, during the trailers, they played a tribute movie for Cruise, and they played like a 30-second trailer for his new movie Digger. Real Les Grossman vibes. I saw that at CinemaCon.
I did.
I don't want to see any. I don't want to see anything. Maybe I'll do a trailer reaction when it comes out. Maybe. But I kind of just want to go see the movie and not know anything about it.
It looks like it's going to be incredible, man. And yes, Les Grossman is absolutely the connective tissue.
Is it? There. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Little Yankee, Henry Cavill with Arnold in a Conan sequel. Yeah, that's what Roka was saying. I think that would be good cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Highlander and everything coming out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gen X Part 1. Pick your MJ Lifeline, off the wall, thriller, bad, or dangerous. Only one. Album spins forever the rest of your life. Which would be out of those? Thriller.
It's not even a question.
Yeah, Thriller. Yeah.
I love Off the Wall, but every song on Thriller is good. Every song.
Yeah. No. Mike Joyce, Obsession seems like a good movie to react with Sam. Maybe, or I got to get Tina. I haven't had a chance to get Tina in here. I got Tina's another one potentially too. All right, John, this is it. This is the one that your eyes got wide. Look at that. Maddie B came in throwing power bombs and trying. It's going to be tough for the rest of the week for the peeps to come in and beat this. This seems like a great week for Roka to win. And no, I'm not expecting a happy ending, as someone suggested on Friday, as to why I gave 400 to Steph and Roxy. That's hilarious. So here's a golden snitch for you, Roka. Keep up the great work. Maddie, that's super nice, super confident. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
and I'm, I'm telling the other people that the top donators and stuff on this show all the damn time is that I want to give them like first opportunity when it comes to the show and everything too, what we're going to be doing, because we're offering a lot of great things. So I'm excited to share that with everybody in general, because we have kind of like a goal of like, if X amount of people put in this over those 30 days, believe we can hit our goal. And that's going to be the narrative that I'm going to be trying to go for every day when we launch this. And I think I have an idea of when. We just have to get everybody to sign off on when we're going to launch it.
Nice.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
So next one after that. Thank you again, Maddie. That was awesome. That was really awesome. You're very generous, and you're the man to do that 2 weeks in a row. I mean, you're just incredible. Gen X kid, tough call for Gen X or hot take. Off the wall for me, no skips, but want to be starting something a Smooth Criminal. Like out of the two of them, iconic songs. Michael's short films are still legendary, not just videos. Off the wall, no skips, but want to be starting something a Smooth Criminal. You're saying those are the two that you would skip? Is that what
no? She's saying they're iconic songs.
But that's not an off the wall.
But Smooth Criminal.
She's saying off the wall for me. The album. The album.
Yeah.
God, they're saying off the wall take.
I think there's 2 skips on Off the Wall for me personally, which is why I don't take it Gen X. But I hear you.
Okay. Enrique Nato, how is King Scorsese and Mando Grogu? Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Perfect amount of Scorsese.
Perfect. Ron H. Canadians at Sabres tonight, game 7 for the series. Habs are going to enemy territory to get that win. The last game taught the Habs a lesson. Now it's time to show Buffalo what they've learned. Yeah, that's to me, that's John talking soccer and everything too. I pay attention to it, but not as much. But I'm all for the Knicks. Knicks going.
Hey, Knicks Cavaliers, here we go.
Now, I was thinking about this. Do you think it's more beneficial that the Knicks had such a nice rest and that they're going to be hot? because they have a rest, or the Cavs had the advantage because they just played last night and they're like, and they just played and they didn't have that cool down period.
I think the Cavs have an advantage because they've got a seasoned player like James Harden, who has been in the finals, been in conference finals.
Yeah,
I think Jalen and Cat are great, and they're going to have a really good. I think this is going to be a fun Eastern Conference Finals. I think it goes 7 games, but I think Donovan Mitchell is the X factor here more than Jalen Brunson. I think Donovan Mitchell, so it's going to be a fun series for sure, man. And both, I think both sides. I'm going to try to watch every game of both of these games because I think it's going to be tight games every game. Yeah.
I want to go to the Garden. I don't even. That's the other thing is, with the railroad, I can't imagine how many people from Long Island are not going to be able to get to these games unless they fix their shit out quick. I am people like him. R.I.P. to Tom Kane. I'm going to miss. I'm going to pass on seeing Mando. Okay. But here I am too. Are you going to watch on Disney Plus? That's the question. I think the answer to a lot of people are going to be yes on that one. Maddie B 207. Roka needs that on her shirt. All right, fuck stick. Let's dance. Yeah, he really does. He really does. Dust Wayne, that was me that left the comment about never listening to your fighting predictions again, only because in your defense, you were convincing in your prediction. He's right. Listen, if Ronda would have actually tried to strike with Gina, you would have won money. But she didn't. And she used her strength and she was able to do. I thought Gina was going to be was going to be bigger than her and she was going to sprawl, and she didn't. So I apologize.
Quality is always quality.
Yeah. Johnny Patriza, Sam Witwer and Hayden Christensen in the Vader show. Yeah, I mean they got to put Sam in something.
Yeah.
King of the Wicker People. Can we put Anakin and Ahsoka away, please? I just want Luke adventures. I don't think Filoni cares about Luke, though, and won't progress his character. So I know I've been tough on Filoni. I don't think that's the case. I think that the no Luke mandate was a Kathleen Kennedy thing. I don't think that was a Dave Filoni thing. I don't have any insight on that. I don't know if that's true or not. And I don't think let's see what happens with Ahsoka in this season, right? I don't think putting Anakin away. I think if you can utilize and go off the newfound popularity of Hayden now, because he wasn't popular in prequels. If you can, you can really grab that right now, you go after it.
Yeah.
You need wins. Yeah. They don't have any wins right now.
That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Now how about this? 50 memberships, Matty B. Butts.
Wow. Matty B's on a roll.
Matty B is adding to your total. It's gonna be very hard to beat you this week.
Thank God.
Just do me a favor, okay? If you don't win, I got nothing to do with it. It's the audience.
Who blames you? I never blame you.
I know you don't. Matty B, here's 50 memberships to get the channel to 300K. Yeah, we're at 222 right now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, right now we're at let me double check that. We're at 223. Sorry, 223.
Nice.
And we're trying to get to 300 by the end of the year. So hopefully that works.
There you go. Thank you
guys. Madman. Oh yeah, James Franco apparently has a small role in the Rambo prequel. Thoughts? I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to put it in the stories. I don't know if we're going to be on the same page on this.
Okay.
Do you think that he should be in this?
No.
Right. I am always for second chances. And the question is,
it's because he didn't sexually assault your daughter.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. And but the question is, what is? But did he sexually assault? Was it sexually? And I don't know the answers. Was it sexually? From what I don't know if it was sexual assault. From what I've heard was he was teaching and he had inappropriate relations with students that he was here, which is bad and wrong and shouldn't be doing it. And it's not professional. And from what I've heard, he's owned up to it and everything too. But my question is, do people get an opportunity to have second chances?
Well, of course,
right.
Yes.
And
so got to do the work.
And the question is, has he been doing the work? And so that's the thing. It's like, so I wonder if that is indeed the case. I don't know. And the answer could be that I come back and go, you know what, this guy hasn't changed at all.
Yeah,
at all. But I don't know. It just, for me, it's just a matter of people. We're just ready to throw people out right away, and I just wonder if he's able to redeem himself. I don't know. I like how he owned up to it when he was talking about Rogan and his brother.
Yeah, He was accused of inappropriate or sexually exploitive behavior with four of his students, and he slept with them and stuff. So people were saying he used his power over them to essentially convince them to sleep with him, right? And so, and maybe exchanging like promises or whatever. I don't know, but either way,
but
it's an abuse of
let's be
power,
clear.
sexual abuse of power.
Okay, that's true, but that's very different from assault. We got to make sure that
I don't know. I'm not a woman. I can't speak on what that would feel like to be one way or the other, right? That's all I would say. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying as a woman, I wouldn't be able to speak. I'm not a woman.
I meant legal terms.
Well, sure.
More
yeah,
so,
absolutely.
More so legal terms.
But I think there's nothing wrong with creating a path for people to come back to you, but they've got to do the work. My issue is not so much like, oh, you're excusing what he did. It's more a matter of you're taking attention away. You're adding a controversy to a film that is already people like, why do we need this? Why are you going to add more controversy to it? It's like adding Tim Tebow to your team. Why are you doing that? You know, and so to me, it adds unnecessary attention that you may not want to this.
He has a small role as a villain, though, so I don't think it's going to be.
But you know how the media is going to run.
Well, it's definitely going to be a point of the media. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
there's going to be a point of that. The question is, at what point are they just going to say, he's doing small roles in Rambo movies now. We're not going to. We're he's not back.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
We'll see.
Jake Pratt, love for Roka.
Thank you.
There you go. Roka, right? Clearly, right now he's at 90 questions.
Come on now.
Okay. Sympathy of all things. Really love the vegan message in Sheep Detectives. I gotta see that movie. I gotta see it. Yeah. Okay. Jake Pratt, Denner Nerds hinted at Ahsoka season 2 is building to resurrected character on a new timeline where Leia and Vader are alive. What does the Force tell you? I always say this, where Star Wars is the one franchise you go, please don't do time travel and don't do this and don't do that, because you can't do time travel. Everybody does time travel. The multiverses, all this shit. It really is the only franchise that makes sense to do time travel because it takes place in time and space.
Yeah.
I agree. It's the only one where you look at like Interstellar and you look at how that one planet moves with a different timeline, and it moves with a different, time moves differently in speed and everything too, where you can age the 100 years in 10 minutes depending on where you are. And like, that's because of time and space and the way that things are moving, calculating. So Star Wars would essentially make sense. The problem is you just been it just seems lazy. If you're like, oh, well, this is how we're going to do it. I still don't think that they're ever going to reset the timeline. I just don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah. I think it's dangerous. It comes with a whole set of problems if you do that.
That being said,
because I don't trust them to do it well, Kristian. I don't trust them to do it well.
But that being said, I'd be up for it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jake Pratt, why did they really push lanterns after Supergirl? Oh, I don't know. Do you know the answer to that question, Joe?
No, no, but I imagine it's connected. I mean, James can lie through his teeth all he wants. You don't need to watch other stuff to watch their stuff, but it's true. You need to watch all the other stuff to get it. So I imagine there's something from Supergirl that leads into lanterns or is connected to lanterns in some way, I'm sure.
It's Raps. My 7-year-old son will shut up about He-Man. Okay. Let's see.
Is the 7-year-old the Avatar? Because you look like you're 7 years old in that Avatar. Who's this guy? I mean, he looks so young.
Holy, guys, busy. Busy. Ron H. Mom is hidden. Dad has passed on. Try and get at him, Roka. But if you go full necro, please get help.
What? I don't know what that means.
He's talking to you off your comments of a battery.
Oh, battery. Oh, right. Go,
Look at that's hilarious. Michael D, that attorney track from He-Man is damn good. So 80s. Is the soundtrack up already? The score?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I would listen to the score. Matt Sinister McCall, Beth Snyder. During the Ronda fight in the crowd, Strickland KO'd Guy Ritchie and Guy Pearce. Jeff installs a panic room in fear of Britney Spears fans. And Jeff Snyder just knows how to do this on Twitter, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Ron H. I lost my job of 20 years early April 2026, man. But I'm spending what little money I have on words to you, mother effers. What happened to me? Ron, that's very kind of you. And you don't, he follows it up by saying Green Apple OG. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I don't know what you're doing and what you're saying, but maybe you should chill for a second. I don't want you to spend all your money, especially if you're getting stoned out of your tits. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, we've all lost jobs. We've all been laid off. You take your time, you heal for a week or two, but then you get back out in there, man, because you just never know what's waiting for you and what the next step is. I'm not trying to be George Clooney or Anna Kendrick and up in the air. I'm just saying you just never know what doors can open for you if you lose a job there. But 20 years, that's you're gonna have to deal with the loss of that. So yeah.
Armada, Obsession was insane. Loved it. Reaction. Chris was maybe so when it comes out. Maybe so. Paul, gotta disagree, Roka. SNL was weak. Farrell was one note and McCartney couldn't hold one.
That's for sure.
Seems like Michael's just called in favors for the finale.
I think you're crazy. I thought it was good. The opening sketch was hilarious. Then the sketch with the theater kids was hilarious. The fucking Sergi sketch was hilarious. I think you guys are crazy. It's Will Ferrell doing what he does best, that sketch kind of comedy.
I saw the thing with Mikey D when Mikey D broke, and he doesn't break.
Oh my God. That was hilarious. Yeah. But McCartney, I love Scotty Mance, but man, Paul's got to stop performing. I know Scott loves it, but it was so bad.
Oh, okay. I mean, what is he, 80 years old?
That's what I'm saying. But he's like, and on the run. And you're like, oh man, stop.
Hollywood has race swapped history with white actors for years. This Odyssey nonsense has to stop. Elliot Page's Achilles is a fair complaint to me.
He's not playing Achilles. That's the thing. People run with these narratives and they believe these narratives, and it came out over the weekend that he's not playing Achilles according to all the sources there. So
because that was the one, the Lupita is a whole other conversation with people in general, right? Because like
so dumb.
It's just like there's as much as that is dumb because you can do certain things with her and Bernthal and I just saw, but I saw like Winston said something on your show that I don't necessarily agree with, but I do agree in general that that argument was silly. But I don't think, and I think you and I could have talked about this, if indeed the case Elliot Page was cast as Achilles, that's no different in saying Tom Holland wouldn't be right for Achilles, right? Like if Tom Holland was cast as Achilles, it's okay to say it's not the right cast. It has nothing to do with gender or anything else too.
If you're coming from the place of like, I don't think the body type is right. Great. No problem. But if you're coming from, well, this is a person who transitioned, I don't think they should be playing this character because it's not manly enough. That's a whole nother ball.
No, I just don't think if that's the case, if he's playing Achilles, I don't see it. But you're saying that that's not the case anyway.
No, that's what they've been reporting over the weekend. It's not the case,
All right, next one. And that is Mikey. Damn.
Mikey.
Wife woke me up at 12 last night to wish me a happy birthday, but to show me a cameo from you. Talios for birthday dinners and hope to run to. That was awesome. And I did that I was coming back and I saw where the hell was I? I was like, I'm from screening. It was Thursday night. It was Mando. And I got this really nice message from Mikey's wife. And fan of the show. And I put a cameo on there. I was walking back in the office to shut the office down. And I went inside downstairs and I was like, yeah, you got to go to Talios. If you haven't been to Talios, I mean, it's good for good pizza. I mean, it's really, really, you know what they added too, Mike? They added a meatball sub there that is absolutely extraordinary. So they have 2 locations, but definitely go and tell them that we sent you for sure.
I've never eaten a meatball sub that I didn't enjoy the hell out of when I was eating it and then regret the hell out of the next day. That's for sure.
Yeah, but this place is why I love this place so much.
I love meatball subs.
But what I love about this place in general is that they do the no bleach, no bromate stuff, and they import all their stuff from Italy. So it's like people are like, oh, it's more expensive than the other places. Yeah, because they put the quality into it. And you can tell. So I just like
makes sense.
It's so good. If you ever come to New York, I'll take you there. All right, let's see. And that's Mike. Awesome. I hope you had a good. Oh, today's your birthday. It's actually today.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah, today's his actual birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. KCG PG-13 rating didn't debut until 1984 regarding Star Wars. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, it was Temple of Doom.
I thought it was Red Dawn.
Temple of Doom is the thing that inspired them to do the PG-13. Then Red Dawn was the first one.
So it was PG. That's right. Okay, so the first PG-13 movie ever was Red Dawn because of Temple of Doom.
Right.
That's right. You're right. Mike Joyce. Yeah, the SNL finale was bad. They always have a few duds each season. The writers are already checked out for the summer.
Mike's analysis on stuff every week just gets worse and worse. Mike, we got to talk to you about where you're getting Are you replacing brain cells with air cells? What's wrong with you?
Mike's adding to your total. Be nice to him. Ron A, you got a nice package. I'm good with money for now. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Now to get me some ladies, plural, and pharmaceuticals. I'll tell you one of my favorite jokes. This my God, who was it? It was oh shit.
Yeah.
I want to say his name and I can see his face. Oh, back in the day when I used to perform
Famous
at
person?
Dublin's.
No?
No, but he would perform at Dublin's with me.
Okay.
Anyway, it was when Rick Fox was playing on the Lakers, and he had this really good, and there was like during their golden era, and he'd be like, Rick Fox to me always seems like he's more excited about what's going on the sidelines than he is in the field. He goes, I just want the announcer to call it true. He's like, and there's Rick Fox for 3 for the ladies. Just to get me all the time. Oh shit,
good looking dude.
I wish I could. He dated Liza Dushku for a long time.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah.
Nathan Drake. Remember the Momoa Conan movie? Oof. That one I remember because my wife Sadie was pregnant with Vivian when that movie came out, and it was so loud. And it took her with me, and it was so loud and distracting. She bailed. She left. She couldn't. She goes, "This is too loud and it's terrible. I'm out of here."
So bad.
Yeah, that was a bad movie. Go pal. Love Remember the Titans. My sister went to Marshall. You know who doesn't love Remember the Titans? Sam Levine and Drew McQueen. My sister went to Marshall, who they played for the championship, and Hayden mentioned my school, Jefferson, once too.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
They're in Virginia. Respect.
Yeah. Nathan Drake. U-Bowl versus Snyder rematch would have been better. I would absolutely have watched that.
Yeah. I want that to happen.
Yeah. Jared. John, I love the idea of Sebastian Stan playing Tommy Elliott, Scarlett playing Andrea Beaumont, and Dance playing her father. Hopefully Reeves will announce who they'll be playing soon. So is he not playing? So Sebastian Stan not going to play Harvey Dent?
Well, Jeff was saying on the Hot Mic this past week that he got a letter or an email from a source that he has trusted, because the source has been right in the past on a couple things, that Sebastian Stan is not playing Harvey Dent. He might be playing another character. And so people speculated on the show like Tommy Elliott, and then other people said, well, then that could mean that Scarlett is playing Andrea Beaumont from Mask of the Phantasm, and then Charles Dance is playing her dad, which could be true because in Mask of the Phantasm, she is killing members of Gotham's criminal underworld, Gotham's rich families, because of what happened to her father. So maybe something happens to Charles Dance and motivates. So there's all kinds of possibilities. But then I heard from another person over the weekend that was not correct. So who knows? Who knows right now?
Jake, one thing about Elliot Page casting as Achilles, but we just established not Achilles, was described as just beautiful. I understand raised eyebrows, but also see his point of view. Yeah, but he's not playing Achilles. So
it seems like it. Yeah.
Moot right now. Dawson, Demars, they remake Michael and no Travolta cameo. That's good. I like that one. Jessanino, thoughts on Connor's comeback? If I don't think Lupita is pretty attractive and I voice my opinion, does that make me racist? So that was the thing that Winston said that I didn't agree with. Winston had said, you don't find her attractive. His words were, if you don't find her attractive, then you're racist. That's true. If those were the words.
I guess I didn't hit on that, but yeah.
He didn't mean that. But it's like, if you're saying that, I don't know. I'd have to ask him what he meant.
You can say you're blind, maybe, but that's more commentary on subjective nature.
Look, I think that you're crazy that you don't think Julia Roberts is the prettiest.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that you hate all white people.
White women.
I'm saying. And so it's like you gotta be careful sometimes what you
clearly
say, right?
don't.
So you can say, look, I think she's a great actris. I don't personally like Sydney Sweeney. I don't find Sydney Sweeney attractive. I think she's pretty.
Neither do I.
Right.
I agree. Yes.
But so there's certain things like things that'll be the same way. Like Screwface John's in here. If Screwface John said, I don't find Sydney Sweeney attractive, it means he hates white people. That particular statement itself. Now, if you're saying that she's ugly and you shouldn't have a black woman as most women, she's ugly, then you're coming off like racist. If you're saying that particular way, and there's a way to say it. So the first part is, if you don't think she's attractive and you voice an opinion, no, it does not. Now, thoughts on Connor's comeback? I think that it was an interesting time to announce it.
Conor McGregor?
Yeah. You see when they announced it?
Yeah, during the show, I think they announced it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is I think he should not come back, man. This is such a mistake. It's going to be like Nate Diaz. We're going to see him fight and be like, well, why are you back in this ring, bro? You can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't see the logic.
And first, and I will say, going back to Lupita Nyong'o, if you don't, I mean, if you like when she was there's a scene in Black Panther where she's dancing, like, and it's just like the world just stops for a second.
Lupita's a hottie, and all these ugly trolls saying that she's not attractive. Like, take a look in a mirror. Like, it's just like you got a right to feel if someone's attractive. Because I certainly like Julia Roberts. I could look in the mirror as well. She's way more attractive than I am, objectively. So you look at the situation, you go, okay, fine. But like, as long as it's an authentic thing and you're not shitting on her looks, like, that's the problem.
No, it depends on what you're saying.
If the race swapping, it's not race swapping.
No, but if you're saying along the lines of, look, I don't find her I don't find her that attractive. I don't see her as the most beautiful woman in the world. I think you're allowed to say that.
Of course, you have a right to a subjective.
100%. It's just there's an argument. There's a way that you present yourself, because there's also a way to say, like, I do find her to be attractive. I just don't think she's right for the role. I think you're allowed.
That's fair too. Totally fair.
I think you're allowed to say that. I think sometimes, though, on both sides, I do think that there is a handful of people that are saying it just for one reason, and you can call those people out. But I think that there's sometimes when people say things like that, like, oh, you just don't. Like I said, when I said that thing about Michael Jackson, and when the movie did okay, and I said, I don't know if it's going to make $1 billion. Oh, you're showing your true racism. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, so there are times sometimes when it's just thrown out there. Sometimes, and for this particular topic, I think that it is there's tons of people that you can say that to, and then there's some people just like, no, I just don't find her attractive. And now
listen, I didn't find Diane Kruger attractive, nor do I think she's that great of an actress. And I thought she was terrible as Helen of Troy.
My brother called me when I remember back in the day when he's like, she's gonna be the biggest star ever. I was like, I don't agree with you. I don't think I've seen her since. All right, let's see. Next one after that. Again, John crushing today. We have John has hit 100. So
wow, thank you guys.
Let's see. So
very kind of y'all.
Where are we? We did that one. We did that one. All right, Ryan S. Kobe, Mamba mentality. Roka, F your dad mentality. Nathan Drake, if you're a race rule fellow, then no more please clip. I mean, that's true. That is true. Casey G, if season 1 to 3 were movies instead, where does Mandalorian and Grogu rank? If season 1 to 3 were movies instead. Oh, I see. So basically, if you condense them all, that's a tough question though, because you have to.
That is tough.
I think 2 would be the best movie.
Yes,
but, I would rank let's just say let's make it a little easier. I'm gonna change your question a little bit, Casey, and say let's say that Mandalorian and Grogu was a condensed season, right? The movie.
Okay.
I would rank season 2, season 1, Mandalorian and Grogu, season 3.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah,
that's the ranking.
The Chesn essay, is Mando play a season 4 finale or mid episodes? It feels like a filler episode. It feels like a filler episode to me.
I disagree. I think it's a fun movie that has a commentary about their relationship and the progression of their relationship. Okay. But that's just my opinion on it. Yeah.
CJ Alt, Spider-Man Noir reaction.
Shit.
When's that come out?
I got those already. I need to watch them. I've been sitting on them for a week. I haven't watched them.
You got to send me the Amazon contact. I got to reach out to them.
I don't have it's through the thing that I have here in San Diego.
Oh, really?
The Allied that I have. Yeah. They have connections.
John Castle. I just have to that's huge. Thank you, John. It's a big one. John,
thank you, John.
Crushing over here. Hey, Roka, I love you, brother. Now I got my son loving you too. His favorite show now is the Geek Buddies. Look at that. Oh. You mean after this show, right?
Of course.
The Roka channel now is a family get together. Keep on being your brother, and we'll keep on watching. Much love. That's very, very
thank you, John.
That's awesome.
You guys don't know how much those messages mean to me, because it's a struggle. I'm a smaller creator, and I keep putting stuff out, keep building. I don't build as quickly as Christian has or Campio, the others, but I would like to build that quickly, but I'm happy doing what I'm doing, but I appreciate these messages. They keep me going. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No, Patty, this is not what I said. Sydney Sweeney is not attractive. I didn't say that. I didn't say she's not attractive. I don't find her attractive. That doesn't I'm not attracted to her. Doesn't mean I don't find her attractive. I understand why people are attracted to her.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. So I never said she's not attractive. I'm just not attracted to her. Okay. Mark, what number of views do you consider a success per video? It's a great question. I think it depends, right? Like, so we're putting out the Batman reaction with me and Sam. I'm hoping that anywhere between 30 to 50K on that one is a success. And then I look at like House of the Dragon, where subpar episodes of that show, 10 to 20. It just depends on what thing, it just depends on what's coming out. And as far as you really like Invincible, the first episode to me, needs to do at least 20 to 30K in order for me to keep doing it. If it does like 10, it just because I got to pay the editor and I got to pay Ming. And if it only does like 10,000, that's not enough to be able to cover it. That covers the editor. So, Ron H. Bloody Heroes, aka Salute of the Jugger, Rutger Hauer, Joan Chen, and a young Vincent D'Onofrio. It's a great sports film, I think. I've never seen it. Did you?
Never even heard of it.
No, I never heard of it.
Heroes.
No.
Wow.
Jake Pratt could have used that info before the super chat. Which one?
The Achilles, I think. The Achilles one.
Oh.
He's not playing Achilles.
I see. Andy's a Franksy. Roca may have the super chat total one, but Roxy Steph with the 400 super chat. He had one today too. Finished. Yeah, he had one today too. Finished Invincible season 4, in that Mark Conquest fight was peak.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I
don't even know what that's all German to me. Luke, I hope it's not. I want to keep watching it. Luke Walks the Sky. Just watched Obsession over the weekend. You made all its money back with a $750K budget. Never looking at a sandwich the same way again. Oh, that makes me nervous. Oof. Whatever that means. Makes me nervous. Lazarus, are you guys Drake fans? He dropped 3 albums. Who drops 3 albums in one day? Why would you? Why don't you wait? Space it out. Why would you? I don't understand. I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, I still like Drake's music. That does not mean he also didn't get destroyed by Kendrick. So, but I haven't listened to. I like that song. He came out a few months ago, pushing back on Kendrick. I thought that was a good song, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to 3 albums of Drake music. I'm not 14. Like, I don't have that kind of time.
It's a lot.
It is.
Mr. Nico 28 Soccer. Support for the Monday Man, Obsession, Shrek, Top Gun 40th, and Mav at the theater today. Favorite movie candy snack. Wow. Keep it on, and many blessings. So my favorite snack when I'm eating them, and try not to eat them as much these days, are the pretzel bites with cheese.
Pretzel bites with cheese. Yes, agreed. Yeah. I like the AMC pretzel bites with cheese. Yeah, 100%.
Luke Walks the Sky. Just watched Obsession over the weekend. I mean, we did that already, right? We did this already. Sorry. I'm going to make sure that I don't have any.
He just repeated. He added extra.
He did another one.
We already wrote.
He added. Okay, never looking at if you get a chance to see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luke. Very kind.
Yeah.
Ant Colson, you should react to Obsession once it's digital. Everybody's saying that. Dominating social media right now. 21 million worldwide on 750K. Director started on YouTube. Next movie is Aaron Paul and Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay. I will. Then I'll check it out. Give it a shot. Yeah. Go, pal. Diane Kruger is Inglourious Bastards with Sam. But point taken, she hasn't been much else. Yeah,
I love how people go with Sam. Sam has like 3 lines in the movie, for God's sakes. He's not in the movie with Sam, okay?
Oh, come on.
He's not in the movie with Sam.
Come on. Sam's got a pretty big role in that movie.
No, he's not. He's not a big role. Oh, he's part of a crew.
Shitting on poor Sam. Screwface, you don't need to find someone attractive to not be racist, but I do feel like you ask some people why you might start going down a dark road. I don't disagree with that. But you know what you did there, Screwface, that I agree with in the way that that's why you're as successful as you are. You said if you ask some people, right? some people, which you're 100% correct with.
Right.
The problem is sometimes people just put in generalizations and things like out, and people can rightfully get offended by that. Like, well, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Justin, I don't see Odyssey making $1 billion anymore. I think you're wrong.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
It's going to make $1.5 billion.
Yeah, it's going to make because here's the thing that you don't understand. That the social media conversation is louder here than it is anywhere else. It's not. People people who wanted to see this movie, like the regular average moviegoer. This isn't going to affect them at all. That's cool. Hi guys, have you ever crossed something at home that baffled you? It hasn't rained in days. Yesterday I was in my garage, all good. Today I go. Wait, I don't understand. Ed, I don't understand that. Oh no, here you're finishing it. Here's the finish. And I see, it hasn't rained at all. Then I see 2 3 puddles of water that ran 6 inches. Yet the ceiling and walls are dry to the bone. I also don't store any water in that area. I'm so confused. That same thing happened to me when I first moved into my new place. There was like a puddle of water in the basement, and we're like, "What's leaking?" Never saw anything ever again. I don't know where it came from. No idea. It wasn't piss. I don't know where it came from.
It's probably a ghost rolling through. You know, it's colder when the ghost rolls through an area, so maybe
I don't know.
Condensation.
PLD gives a good fun fact, by the way. The Flamingo Kid was the first movie to be stamped with the PG-13 rating, but it got pushed back to a December release date, leaving it for Red Dawn to be the first released. That's what? It's a good fact. But you
actually, it was the Flamingo Kid that was labeled the PG-13. It was pushed past Red Dawn, so that's incorrect in your assessment there, Mr. Harloff.
Did I ever tell you my
Which one came out first? That's the designation.
Did I ever tell you that my Flamingo Kid story with
no, you have Matt Dillon Flamingo King story?
No. So when I left Silver and I was like temping, looking for, before I went to Bachelor, I was temping at New Line, and and I was there for a little bit. There was this thing I was there for a few months. It was like one gig that was that was like my last temping gig that I did, and they had a meeting, and Gary Marshall, God rest his soul, he was in there,
Gary Marshall,
and I was peeing next to him, and I'm like, you know, I gotta say something. I'm not gonna say something to him right now when I'm peeing next to him, but I'm gonna wait and say something to him when he comes out. I got to. So I said, you know, Mr. Marshall, I just want to let you know I'm a massive fan. So everyone here is gonna think that I'm gonna bring up Pretty Woman, right? I didn't. I said, I want to tell you that I'm a massive fan like everybody else here, but The Flamingo Kid was a movie that I just loved it. So he goes, that one? That's the one you choose? It was great. It was a great moment. Thank you very much, young man. What's your name? He was wonderful. But I was like, I always take that with me. That one? Okay.
He's so great, man. He was so great.
He was great. Jake Pratt. Let's get Roka the win today. See you at Hot Mic. There you go.
Yeah, Thursdays. Thank you.
Oh, and Luke says I sent that in twice. Keep it going, Rose. That was very kind of you to do, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke.
It's gonna be very hard to beat Roka this week. Paul Hitchcock, not advocating for this, but Star Wars Rebels built in a way to revise a timeline, the world between worlds. You pull someone from a certain time and place. I mean, that's what the rumor is, right? Yeah.
Okay. Star Wars bubble.
I know.
Casuals.
I know.
Star Wars bubble. All right. Are you going to try doing world within worlds for the casuals? That's going to cause an issue.
I don't disagree with you at all. However, Dave Filoni is part of that problem that doesn't realize that there's a Star Wars bubble.
No, yes.
You know what I'm saying? He thinks that it's still 1977, that everyone loves Star Wars the same way that they used to. He thinks because when you go into Star Wars Celebration, he's Mick Jagger, right?
Yeah.
He ain't Mick Jagger everywhere else right now. He's you know, shit, man. He's fucking Davy Johnson coaching the 91 net. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Maybe Bobby Valentine putting the mustache back on and sneaking back into the
yeah. So like he's got to win again, and so like, but he could see him doing that, going, oh, everybody will understand it. Paul Hitchcock. It affects what comes after. If you pull Luke out before he confronts Ben, everything changes. Allows you to keep the characters but change the story. Yes, but I just don't think they're going to do it.
No, they're never going to do that. They're never going to.
People get pissed off. Justina, hey Roka, F Liverpool.
F you, buddy. F you.
Ant Colson, Obsession Director, has also been tapped for a new Texas Chainsaw. You get a similar feeling towards that movie as you do Craig or Resident Evil. Maybe I got to see. Right, you're not wrong. I got to see the movie and see if Obsession hits for me. Johnny, how much for Roka to wear a PLD T-shirt? Oh yeah, no way.
But they only come in 5XL. I would look like no, there is no PLD T-shirt. He doesn't deserve a T-shirt. Did he ever win in the Schmoedown? Did he ever play in the Schmoedown?
No, he wasn't allowed to because of the he was a writer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gopal.
Writer.
Depending on when he was a good writer. Depending on when your AC is, the condenser pump can leave a puddle on your basement floor. Yeah, no, I don't have an AC. So
there you go.
Yeah, so no.
Okay.
Two left. Andy's a Franksy. Ugh. Wednesday, the boys ended and Gen V canceled. They better have Marie doing something epic as a sorry to us fans. By the way, Roke is a legend. There you go.
Thank you, Andy. Very kind of you. Thank you, Andy.
You watching the boys?
I did, yeah. I haven't watched the most recent episode, but I will watch it today and then be ready for the finale on Wednesday. Yeah. I might do a live reaction to it after the finale tomorrow, Wednesday night.
All right, last
I like the season. So.
Do you? I haven't seen it. Paul Marquez, Roca should bet on some steak. For what? For what?
I'm already down too. I'm already down too.
Now he's gonna be trigger shy.
Oh yeah. Right now, I'm down
now
2 steak dinners.
Yeah. All right. So 117.
Woo!
Massive day for Roca. So this is gonna be tough to beat. Gonna be tough to beat. We'll see what happens. But
I never count out the rocks. I never count out rocks.
Count on anybody. So all right, Roca, where can they find?
Guys, you can find me at The Roca Says on all social media. Come hang out with me. Come on, let's have some fun. Also, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Roca Says. The John Roca channel. Please head on over there. Let's have some fun. Subscribe. Get me to 50,000. Get me to 100,000. Yeah. Give me some love, people. I would appreciate it.
Still need 3 or 4 more came in. Paul Hitchcock, Roca. Are people getting it? If people can get Spider-Man No Way Home and Endgame, they can get the World Between Worlds if you do it right. There is a thing that he's right about. If you get the writing correct and explain it in a way for almost like the first time, yes. The question is more so for John, is that do you trust that they can do that?
Right. I don't trust this regime right now to do that well and to do it correctly. No, I do not. Anything that wants to put Filoni in twice as a cameo and think it's okay, it should not be handling a world within world situation live action. I just don't get it.
Luke Walks the Sky. When you get a chance to look up Arnold's cameo in Tales from the Crypt, it's only 40 seconds. I've seen it. It's hilarious.
It's awesome.
I've seen it. It's really good. Thank you, Luke. Very, very kind. Big, huge donations today, guys. Thank you. Johnny Patricia, PLD versus Roca match. Make it happen. And Schmodown?
Why?
No, Roca would never do that.
Why would a 4-time champion take on an ant? It doesn't make sense.
PLD licking his lips, hoping that
of course, give me more attention. I want more attention. Yeah, no.
Justino, hey Chris, F the Yankees. Hey, F you.
Oh, F you. This son of a bitch.
Thank you guys so much, John. Get out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you to John Roca. Thank you guys for again. Jokes aside, that was a very, very generous show from all of you. Thanks for pushing John to. It's gonna be hard for the peeps to beat. So we'll see tomorrow what they can do. We'll have some more stories and other things too. So thank you so much for being here. Make sure you click like, comment, subscribe, do all that and more. Thank you to Luke. Thank you to PLD, and Jonathan, and Smetsy, and everybody who helps make this show happen. Make sure you check out our sponsor today. And that's it. We'll be back here tomorrow with myself. I think Roxy and Mike are back on tomorrow. I'll confirm that, but appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Did you shit in there?